welcome in. How are we all doing today? I say the same thing at the start of every stream, but I guess that's how many ways can you really say hello? Should I switch it up every single stream? One stream will say, hi everyone, and the stream will be like, hey guys. I have no idea. And welcome in, Draconian. How are you? How's everyone's weekend? What's everyone been up to? Sleeping? Don't know. And welcome in, Ricky. Why am I last in the list? Surely I was here first, you know? I was like, is it alphabetical? No, it's just very random order. Hello and welcome to the Miju stream. Okay, I can try that one. Welcome to the Miju stream. That's totally normal. That's a totally normal thing to say. I'll try it out. You're doing good until Spotify tried to play Cat's Eye. They have good songs. They actually I like them. I like them. They sound a bit different than like the reason I added new songs to the playlist was that the reason I added new songs to the playlist is that what am I trying to say? I was listening to like one of those like Spotify generated playlists. Like it's like like K-pop hits now, or like they have like weird names. Okay, like you like it's the weird names. So I was listening to one of those, and then a lot of the songs kind of blended together. There's a few songs I did like, but the Cat's Eye songs really stood out to me. So I'm now a Cat's Eye fan. Don't know anything about them. I know they had a Netflix show, survival show, and there was a lot of controversy about who got selected for the group. And there's a lot of non-Korean members, like not even non-Korean. I think there's some non-Asian members, possibly. I don't know who the members are, but yeah, something like that. Just say hi to me. You don't need to welcome other. Okay, hello bear and only bear. I'll start stream like that one day. You don't listen to fake K-pop? Honestly, man, the question of what makes something K-pop is a tough question. Because, like, for me, my answer is usually... Also, welcome in, Chikano. Thanks for the 52 months. But yeah, my answer is usually, it's like the entertainment company. They're run by an entertainment company. They went through the trainee program, and, now... and then they're like a managed group. Like that's what I consider K-pop. It's not necessarily like any type of music. They don't necessarily. I mean, surely I think there has to be at least one Korean person in the group. Otherwise, it's like, is it really K-pop? And they have to have probably some songs, some lyrics in Korean. But I'm not sure. But like then again, it's like XG. Is that a K-pop group? So it's very it's very muddied. When you're eating, you leave the best part to the end. Oh, okay, fine. Nice save, Ricky. Where's Weekend by Taeyeon? Oh, sorry. I do like Taeyeon. I can add her. I'm a big Taeyeon fan. She can sing. She can really sing. You simply hate them because they're the Netflix show, despite not being a group or anything notable at the time. But isn't that all survival shows? Like, isn't the point of survival shows that like they haven't debuted yet? It's not like already famous people going in a survival show, like same with like Produce 101. Like no one was really famous except Somi, arguably. He felt old for 4 years, and Chicano drops 52 months. That's a little over 4 years. Yeah, I think his stat is on 60 months. No, that can't not. I haven't even been streaming that long. Okay, maybe he had 50 months recently. It's not real K-pop if it wasn't written by 8 different Swedish men. True. I mean, that's why Ratzi in the same breath said Cat's Eye isn't K-pop, which is they're like a group, right? Like I just said. But like K-pop Demon Hunters is K-pop. But like K-pop Demon Hunters, they're not a K-pop group. It's just like they're like the actors for the show, right? Like it's like, I mean, they're singers on the show, but like they're not idols, right? Like they're not a K-pop group. I guess they're a K-pop group in the movie. So I guess in the movie canon, they are K-pop. But their songs are mostly in English. XG is like J-pop meets K-pop. Yeah, XG is an interesting case. You don't like them because they were astroturfed. What does that mean? They were astroturfed? Like they're fake grass? But where's the Twice document? They literally had a survive. They were formed on a survival show the same way that Cat's Eye was, Ratsy. You don't know? You don't know 16? Also popularity. You cannot say that, Ratsy. Like you're like, oh, I don't like them because they're popular, but you like Blackpink. Blackpink is insanely popular. It is a failed idol, but she writes for idols. Yeah, but it doesn't make them a K-pop group. They could have a documentary twice. I don't really like the idol documentaries. I think they're kind of weird. I don't know. I've watched the Blackpink one on Netflix, and I was like, oh, it's kind of strange. And Wakamin P throw that's a real Pokemon. It's related to Sock, right? The karate guy, the blue guy. What if the whole group was from America but of Korean descent, but sang in English? Is that still K-pop? I think as long as they were trainees at a K-pop entertainment company and the K-pop entertainment company produces and creates the group, then yes, I think. There's a lot of Korean Americans or Korean Australians in K-pop, right? AstroTurf is like someone tries to make it seem like organic growth, but it's all big money. That's like all of K-pop though. Like, how can Ratsy be upset about that? That's like literally every K-pop group. You like Blackpink because you found about them before I realized they were popular. Cat's Eye, the first thing I saw about them was their Netflix show and said nah. That's a really that's very what's the word? Like pedantic? I don't know if that's pedantic. It's very arbitrary, no? You like my hair clips? Thank you. Thank you. I was thinking about taking them out just now though. Because I was like, I felt like it was kind of in the way. That's Korean heritage pop. Korean American pop, possibly. That would be me. It's like if I was in a J-pop group, you know, like I am Japanese, yes, but like I'm not. I don't like live in Japan. I wasn't raised there, you know. What if they wanted to be considered gangster rappers? Then they can. They could be anything they want. And welcome in, Ned. Yapping. If you love yapping, you're in the right place. Hope you're doing well today. JC pop. Yeah, that'll be me. I'll start a new genre. JC pop. One of the Cat's Eye members says the first American girl group to make American pop music, but trained to do crazy choreography of K-pop. So they're American group managed by Hybe. Honestly, I'm all for that. You know, I'm actually a big fan of girl groups. Like you guys know, I was a huge Little Mix fan, and there aren't enough groups in the Western market. Like I guess since the 90s, the groups have not really done well, right? There's been like One Direction, there's been Fifth Harmony, but they were a slight train wreck, you know. And then there was Little Mix, and they were mainly popular in the UK. But it's like they weren't like they weren't like we don't have enough groups. And I mean, I'm talking about, I said since the 90s. Since the 90s. Because in the 90s, groups were huge. There's so many groups. Destiny's Child, Spice Girls, On Vogue, Backstreet Boys, you know? But these days there isn't I guess people just don't like groups. I don't know why. What about all those white dudes that say they're in K-pop and sing in Korean? There is a white dude K-pop group. There is. But they're not that popular. They're just mainly known for being the white dudes who are in K-pop, you know? It's just weird. You're experiencing discomfort, and I always appreciate yapping as a helpful distraction. Well, I'm happy to be a distraction. I hope your discomfort eases soon. One way or another. That's like a cover that One Direction did, right? Like the charity single. That was a good one. That was a good one. I mean, you guys know I was a huge One Direction fan. You guys know I was. I've been to One Direction. I went to see them both times. They were here in Vancouver, and the first time I was like 13 or 14, and I was like I waited outside like to see them, but we didn't see them. We only saw Callum from 5 Seconds of Summer show up in a taxi, but we didn't see One Direction. They probably came through on like a really tinted bus. Um, NSYNC the GOAT, that's true. Bye 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 recently had that resurgence. It's pretty good. I don't know why I always thought Little Mix was a K-pop group. Their name sounds like it. Honestly, yeah, they deserve more fame, honestly, because they were like they were the closest thing to a K-pop group in the West, like in modern times, right? Like they could sing really well. They're really great singers, and they can dance. Like they're not obviously on the level of like K-pop dancing, but like um, they did dance, right? So fair enough. And I was always waiting for a collaboration with like Little Mix and like Blackpink or something like that, because that would be really good. But they never did, and Little Mix have since broken up. But they lasted for over 10 years, so that's a pretty long time. Um, Pussycat Girls, true. Groups never last. I mean, they can last for a while. Like it doesn't have to last forever, you know? Like they can outgrow the concept and go and to do their own things, right? But like I mean, and like solo artists often don't last, right? I think if they have a good like Little Mix had a good 10, 15 years. Not 15, maybe like they had like 12 or 13 years. I think that's sufficient. Um White guy K-pop mayonnaise mukbang. Right, right. I think next year we're gonna go to less concerts but get VIP passes. How does that work financially? Um, like how does that work? Little Mix had that great song like Black Magic. Black Magic was a big hit, yeah. Like I think their most they had a few popular songs that became popular in the US as well, but they never had a US tour, which makes me so mad. They were like kind of either America just didn't like them or they were a bit like mismanaged in America. Like, cause they tried a few times, but they never ended up having a US tour. They toured like maybe like a few places, but it was they never did. And they opened for Ariana Grande on the Dangerous Woman tour, so I saw them then. So I got to see them, um, but yeah, and they didn't have a full concert, of course. But they're really really talented performers. Like however you feel about their music, they can really sing. Louis Tomlinson is a great guy. He donated £4,000 to your favorite band when their tour van got robbed and didn't tell anyone. That's my guy. He was actually yeah. I would say I don't know. I don't know who was my favorite. I thought like when I first started liking One Direction, I really liked Louis, because he was you guys know I like the variety idols. I like the funny ones, the ones who like do a lot of fun stuff on the videos and stuff. But like and Louis was always like very crazy. Um, but as time went on, I think I ended up liking Liam more. He was as much as he was very arrogant about it recently, he was the best singer, especially at the start. Um, I think as time went on, it became more like, oh, maybe like other people like developed more because he was one of the older ones, I think. Um, I mean, Louis was the oldest, but this is too much One Direction lore. This is too much One Direction lore, but basically, he was a very good singer. Nice thing about diversity of time zones means I frequently get to distract myself. I give myself care and space as mental health always helps while going through this. That is great to hear. Um, I'm glad it's working out for you. I think it'll be the same cost if I go to more, but if I get early access merch and chance to meet some idols. Yeah, I mean that sounds more worth your money, right? And it's like it's less tiring, right? Because going to so many concerts is a lot. And Bear. Thanks for the 190 stream streak. Jeez. I appreciate it. You're very dedicated to the starting soon stream screen. The real question is, I spent $180 on Triple S VIP to get a picture with one of them. Honestly, that doesn't seem like that much money. Some concerts cost more than that. I'm pulling a Ratsy. I am considering having a nice vacation to Montreal next year to see Ariana Grande. Because Ariana Grande announced her tour, okay? And you guys know I love Ariana Grande. She's a very good singer as well. And she's a very good singer. And she's doing a tour, but she's doing a very small tour. She's going only to one place in Canada, and it's Montreal. Don't know why. it's usually Toronto, but for some reason Montreal. 2 dates in Montreal, only dates in Canada. And she's not going to anywhere in Europe except London. She's having 5 nights in London and no other place in Europe. And all the fans are like, really? Like, you're not even going to like Paris? Like, what? Like, all of Europe is competing for these 5 concert dates in an arena, no less. It's not even at Wembley. It's at the O2. So it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? You know? I think Montreal is meant to be. I haven't been to that many other places in Canada, so I think a Montreal trip would be nice. I have always wanted to go, so I'm like, oh, maybe I should, Ariana Grande. So I'm considering it. But her tickets will probably be like, honestly, okay. What happened was that, like I said, I went to the Dangerous Woman tour. I sat on the floor seats. I was literally like a few feet away from Ariana. I could have touched her, okay? I didn't like rush to the crowd to like go touch her, but like the people in front of me were like touching her arm because she like put her arm into the audience. But I was like, what? But then I thought that was weird. Like Ariana Grande sticks her arm into the crowd. Everyone's like, oh, I need to touch her. I'm like, why do you want to touch her? I don't know. Like, I'm just happy being close to her and hearing her sing, you know? I don't need to like fondle her arm. Like, but yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I was in the floor seats, like I was that close, okay? And that was $250. And then after, she did kind of like a weird thing. Also, welcome in, Con, hope you're doing well. She did kind of like a weird thing where she released Sweetener, the album, and I guess people didn't like it that much. And then she released like the Thank You Next album like 3 months later. So the tour was like for both albums. But it was like after Thank You Next, and Thank You Next was extremely popular. So then the next concert, I paid $250 again, but I was at the top of the lower bowl. Like, I was at the very, very back of the lower bowl. And I was like, damn, like, the tickets prices, like, the inflation was, like, crazy, you know? Like, with that price, last time, I was on the floor. Like, that's crazy. The ticket wasn't in the cost. The ticket for the floor was $140. Honestly, I still think that's not that bad. Considering ticket prices these days, $180 to meet them. And $140 to go on the floor. Like, that doesn't seem that bad. You're also mostly dedicated to the Just Chat. Mostly dedicated. Glad to hear that. Showing up to the Genshin streams is a real slog. Those are on the alt account. I see. It's a tough time. It just made you realizing she can't build a team for 3 hours. I can't even be mad about that, Ratsy, because you're kind of right. You didn't collect her cells and try to clone her? No. I should have cloned Ariana Grande. I should have cloned her vocal cord cells, and I could implant them into my own vocal cords. So I could sing, like, if I had Ariana Grande's vocals, I could sing Golden. She could definitely sing Golden. She's hit those notes. It's only fun if they don't like being touched, and you know them enough to it won't be weird to poke them. I guess so, but I don't think that applies to Ariana Grande. Triple S Discord had a meta move. You buy a cheap ticket and the day before you tell Ticketmaster to upgrade your ticket. Really? They just do it for free? You pay the ticket difference, but the good seat drops a lot it's worth. Oh, like if they don't sell out the concert? I don't think that's gonna work for Ariana though. I think it's gonna be really hard to get tickets because there's only 2 dates in all of Canada. So I think it'll be a bloodbath. But I'm actually I'm a bit of a ticket master. No, I'm a bit of a ticket getting expert, you know? You don't get to grow up as a One Direction fangirl and like a whatever fangirl without getting good at buying tickets, okay? My talent is unmatched. Because you guys know, I got League of Legends Worlds tickets when everyone else gave up. I was reading the Reddit threads and everyone was like, oh, I can't get tickets. No, I got them. And I got good tickets. And welcome in Gundam. Hope you're doing well today. There's still floor seats at Triple S, but they dropped the guys who spent $40 on balcony seats are gonna move to floor. I see. You're finessing it too. That's the fangirl way. That is the fangirl way. But yeah, I don't doubt my abilities to get the Ariana tickets, but the question is, do I want to fly to Montreal? Um, and I guess maybe I do. Maybe I do. I think I've heard. Has anyone been? Have you been to Montreal, Ratsy? It can't be that far from you, right? Have you been? I've heard it's really nice. And I heard it's way better than Toronto. No offense. You're a pro ticket person too. You spent $400 on a Baby Monster floor just to beat 290 yesterday. Well, you got the tickets, so that's a ticket pro, but that's not a financial pro. Um, when y'all listen to Eurobeat though, y'all are missing out. I don't know what that is, so I guess never. It's 10 hours. It's 10 hours in a drive. Okay, I guess Ontario's bigger than I thought. And it's better than Toronto. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. I can flex my. I can finally live my French Canadian dreams. Miguel will shine in Montreal. But I'll see. I'll see. Yeah, I've heard it's very very nice. So it could be and she's going in the summer, so like I'm sure it would be a really nice weather and stuff like that. Maybe a quick little trip to Montreal might be worth. It's either that or I go to London because I'm like, ooh, the London shows like that might be hard to get. But what if Cynthia Erivo shows up? Like Ariana Grande is always bringing on like her friends on stage, and I'm like, what if Cynthia Erivo shows up? Like, I can't miss that. That'll be life changing. So I kind of, but I feel like I'll see Cynthia if she's ever on another Broadway show or West End show. You know, I could just catch her then. But I don't know if she will. I don't know if she will because she's too famous now. Um, it's not very patriotic to listen to EU music. Yeah, you gotta only listen to Seattle music. That's what personally only listen to French Canadian music. Eurobeat like Initial D. I've heard many good things about the Initial D music. I think Toronto talks about that a lot, or maybe it's something else. Um, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's great. Yeah, I'm still debating on the tickets thing. The tickets go on sale on September 10th, September 9th. Need to be early. That's exactly what Eurobeat is. That's exactly what he means, I'm pretty sure. Like when he said Eurobeat, he's talking specifically about Initial D. But yeah, it's a. I haven't actually been to a concert in a long time. I think the last concert I went to was Polyphia, and that was 3 years ago. I think that was the last concert I went to. That's so long. It's been a while. It's so gas. There's even a song called Gas, Gas, Gas that is made for you. That is made for you. You have yeah, you've said gas like 4 times a stream recently, you know? Like every like 30 minutes or so you say gas. You say something is gas. Um but yeah, what was the last concert? I mean, we don't need to ask Grazi this, but like for everyone else, what was the last concert you went to and when? Because I feel like yeah, obviously there was a big drought in concerts after COVID, but it's been picking back up again. But after COVID or like within the recent years, concerts are so expensive. Um, Obviously like smaller concerts are cheaper because like I went to Polyphia for like $25. I don't even know. It was pretty cheap. But yeah, bigger concerts like in an arena or something are so expensive. Last concert you went to was Prayers. Don't know what that is. You bring on the slang to the table. Yeah, all my slang knowledge is from Chicano. um, to drive from east border of Ontario to west is 21 hours. That's actually insane. I didn't realize how big Ontario was. Cause like here you can drive like 8 hours maybe and be at the border of Alberta. But BC is a lot narrower than Ontario. um, to drive from sorry, just read that it's Cholo Goth. Interesting. I hope it was good. You're not a concert person, but you went to see Twice when they came to LA. I mean, if you live in LA, man, you're playing at easy mode. You're like winning the concert game, you know? You named yourself a big concert guy. True. Yeah, what does con stand for if it's not concert? Is it just a con, like you're conning people? Yas concert was Godspeed You Black Emperor in March. That's pretty recent. That's pretty recent. Convention. Oh, big convention. Could be a big convention person. Like anime convention. That could be possible. That could be possible. That's level 3 behavior. Yeah, it's yeah, these days I'm like, I really want to consider whether a concert is worth going to. Like for me it's like, oh, like are they going to put on a good show? Like for me it's no longer enough that like I like the group, you know? Because when I was younger, I would like if One Direction was here, I would go like no questions asked. If Ed Sheeran was in town, I would go no questions asked. I would throw away my life savings and go, which you know at the time was very little. um, but yeah, it's a these days though I'm like even if say for example I really like Blackpink, but like if I felt like they weren't gonna put on a good show, then I don't really want to spend like $200 on a concert ticket, you know? Constitution, the ability score in D&D, big Constitution. Didn't you see him at the convention? No, no. I was not at the convention, so if they were there, I didn't see them. Big con artist, possibly. Well, there's a lot of theories. Yeah, a lot of theories floating around. I don't think Con is gonna um Con is gonna like you know confirm or deny. For me, it's like, do I want to go and be parasocial more? I mean, that I was parasocial back in the day. Like, I probably was. I was such a big fangirl. I go to MeejaCon if you had it in my city. MeejaCon, Arizona. It's time. Stacy and Artemis are in Toronto this fall. Couldn't tell you a single song. Yeah, I don't know. I've never even heard of Artemis. If you think of how bad anime conventions are, think of how bad MeejuCon would be. That's true. That's true. You guys are real stinky. Miju is very stinky. Okay, thanks. Thanks. And welcome in young. Can I call you Mimi for short? That's not much shorter. Isn't that the same length? MeejuCon would be her on a panel yapping about K-pop for 3 hours. It would, yeah. I could yap about anything. I would have multiple panels where I just yap. Like one would be about K-pop, and one would be about K-pop vocals. Another one would be about The Last of Us fans. And another one would be about I don't know. What else is like my big topic to yap about? As in they're Luna, but under a different company. Ah, okay, like 50-50 a bloom. You shower every day, and yet still stinky. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure you're not stinky. There can be a booth at MeejaCon to submit Weeb applications, only for Meeja to slap them with a denial stamp. Damn, that's a good one. That's a good one. Chikana will be first in line, and I'll have the best denial stamp. It's 1 letter shorter. Wow, saving you so much time. Panel about the weather. Ooh, yeah, we could talk about the weather. We could have a Q&A about the weather. I come through with the real questions, like, do you like Tokyo not having public garbage cans? True, true. K-pop vocals, Last of Us fans, weebs. Oh, weebs! Yeah, I forgot. The obvious thing to yap about. Baldur's Gate Act. No, it's Act 3. It's Act 3. Genshin. Oh, true. I could yap about Genshin. We could theory craft for a few hours. Japan the country not having public garbage cans. Come on. Maybe should rate someone on what level of weep they are just by looking at them. I don't know if I can do it just by looking though. I feel like I'd have to ask them a few questions, you know? You have the level 30 VIP pass wrapped in gold. What? Come on. The level 30 pass will come with like a deodorant. That's what it will come with. I'll be like, oh, you like check in and you're like, oh, what level weeb are you? And then if you're level 3, I give you deodorant. Miju gets 3 questions and rates them. I could rank a weeb with 3 questions for sure. Um, it will have a mini Axe body spray. I see. And the whole convention will smell like Axe body spray. That'd be disgusting. It would be really stinky. I think the pass would be less nice the higher the level. Absolutely. Level 0 would be gold plated. Level 3 would be like piece of cardboard. Like, um, I saw one garbage can in public when I was in Tokyo. It was in a back alley next to a vending machine, and it was overflowing with trash. I mean, sometimes there are garbage cans next to the vending machines, but they're usually only for cans and bottles. Like it's the ones with like the circular opening, and you have to only put cans and bottles. Axe body spray con is vile. Yeah, I'm not a big. I don't think I would go to an Axe body spray con. What would be an Axe body spray con? Like a con where like it's full of like 14-year-old boys. Like I don't know, like a Logan Paul convention, something like that, or Jake Paul convention. One of them. Maybe like a kick streamers convention. That might be a body Axe body spray con. If the convention smells like Axe body spray, if I light a match, will it start a fire? Probably. VIP passes to MijuCon will cost 3 times, and the only perk that you get would be the pride in supporting Miju. So you think I'm gonna scam you? You get to the hotel every day and have so much random trash in your pockets. That doesn't happen to me actually. That's just it's just like a Japanese diff, you know? Um, Axe body spray con would just be a Smash Bros tournament. No, yeah, I don't think they use deodorant at all. The lower weeb level, the bigger the That's true. That's true. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah, the pricing would be tiered by weeb level. So like if you're weeb level 0, you can get them for free. If you're weeb level 1, it would be like $5. If you're weeb level 2, it would be like $20. And if you're weeb level 3, it's $100. That's what you have to prove it. You have to prove it. There's a questionnaire with the polygraph. I think it's funnier than a GameCube controller and the person wielding it. Oh no. Yeah, you guys know I haven't actually been to an anime convention, despite the rumors that I was at one. But, yeah, I haven't actually been, I haven't smelled it. I haven't smelled it. But I've been in some pretty stinky places, okay? I've been in my computer science, I took a summer class, during my computer science degree, and it was disgusting. I was in the summer class and it was like really hot out. And then I went to the lecture hall, and it's like one of those tiered lecture halls, right? So the back row is like a good like 20 feet higher than the front row, okay? So it's like very tiered up. And then I realized like the heat and the smell was rising to the top. Um and then so I was like sitting in the back row, and it smelled so bad. It was awful. And even some places, like or even some winter classes, like people would be like, it would be like raining out, and then so it would be like kind of like the room would be kind of like wet and like musky, you know? And then like it was just it was not good. It was not good. Very stinky people. Gotta break out the weave card, exactly. Yeah, and me just 3 questions before you buy a ticket, and it generates your level and discount there. Yeah, that would work. Y'all really dislike weaves? Yeah, all of us equally. Ice play Smash Melee. It is not a joke. They're stinky people. Wait, like I wonder why. I wonder why. Like specifically, cause like surely you go to like I don't know. I've never been, but like say like it's a Pokemon VGC tournament. Like is it stinky? Or like if you're at like a Magic the Gathering tournament, is it stinky as well? Is it just like people who are very nerdy, or like that kind of people, or are they just all stinky? Like I don't why? Like why? They just don't shower much? What is the correlation? Okay, I found the correlation actually. I figured it out. It's not, they're not smelly because they're nerds. They're nerds because they're smelly. Think about this, okay? The people who are already not showering and being stinky, no one wants to be friends with them in real life, so they don't have friends, right? And then so then they turn to online hobbies that don't require you to interact with others. So then they're like, oh, I'm gonna play Smash Bros. I'm gonna play Magic the Gathering. I'm gonna play online D&D. I don't know. Like they turn to these things because they're so stinky in real life. No one wants to hang out with them. You know, so they can't like go outside and do stuff. There's a test that involves a heart rate monitor and a Hatsune Miku video to see if you're level 30. That would work. That would work. Chikana really hates weaves, famously. All Nintendo gamers are stinky. Even Pokemon VGC. Has anyone been to Pokemon tournaments? Are they stinky? And you should know this. Big nerds. Okay. Big nerds are smelly. Both of these are stinky, but so for some reason Smash Bros is stinkier than other games. Well, so you've been to all of them and you've like checked their stink levels, and Smash Bros is like off the charts. You do online hobbies, but you don't smell. But I guess you don't go to the conventions. I don't know. Maybe I have to be like really into it. They're too preoccupied getting nerdier to shower. That's also a possibility. They get like the people who are going to the that's also another correlation. The people who are so into the hobby that they would go to the convention are so into it that they like that they're so into it that they don't shower. They just like spend all their time at home and just like don't bother. But like surely those people like wouldn't you shower before going out? I don't get it. MijuCon Wave questionnaire number 1. Name your favorite Hatsune Miku song. Anyone who writes Miku. Oh, I guess it's a level 3 weeb. I see. But I feel like everyone, you don't have to be a level 3 weeb to know Hatsune Miku's name, because even I know that. Pokemon gamers are mad stinky. You and Zirconium play it true. And we're both equally stinky. You know, Pokemon streamer that went to the Pokemon VGC finals like a month ago and they confirmed it was stinky. Oh, okay. It's interesting to know. They're not smelly because they're nerds. They're nerds because they're smelly. I could be right. My theory makes sense, right? Like, were they? I think they were smelly before they became nerds. That's what I think. I think correcting Hatsune would be more level 3 sulfur. Yeah, Ricky. I think you fell for it. I think you fell for it. No, I mean Ricky is a reformed level 3. Okay, he keeps all the knowledge of a level 3, but he is not actively participating in the level 3 behaviors. Okay. I think it makes sense if you're a nerd, no time for hygiene. I guess so, but like I feel like I like game a lot and stuff, but I still shower every day. Like it doesn't take a lot of time to shower every day. I said everyone was cosplaying Garbodor. Oh god, that's disgusting. Ricky is a level 3 cosplayer. True. I do know Garbodor. Because he's in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I kept telling P, I was like, you should pick a Pokemon that's not in Sword and Shield, you know? Because like I probably won't know it. Game a lot when? I've been playing so much Genshin. You have no idea. I've been try-harding the new endgame mode, and I'm a Genshin combat gamer right now. I've been playing so much. And sometimes I play Baldur's Gate. All Chikano's favorite games. But I will consider picking up Metal Gear Solid, but maybe I should just wait till it goes on sale. Like I bet it will go on sale one day, right? People don't prioritize hobbies that are more kind. Theory master, lore master, ticket master. What do you mean more kind? Theory master, lore master. There's some good. Those people exist. Um, you're such a gamer. You've been playing your waifu slot machine for hours. Hey, there. I was playing the combat. I wasn't gambling for hours. I was yeah, I was just playing. I was just doing the same boss over and over for like hours. Okay, like many hours. It's basically like a Elden Ring boss. If the Elden Ring boss was like timed and you have like a 2 minute timer and you have to beat the boss within the timer and then it just ends and they have to redo it. Last night you skipped on drinking and gaming and just watched anime all night. I don't approve of that. You want to get Money Go solid, but $80 not that bad. I think just wait for a sale. I'm sure it'll go on sale. Just play the original. Don't encourage lazy remakes. Is it a lazy remake? Isn't the game like really old? The original game like really old. I'd rather play because I think the Korean said it was a PS2 game. I can't play a PS2 game. I'm a gaming zoomer. Um, it's a 1-to-1 remake. I mean, fair enough, but like I feel like if you're gonna play a game I've never played the original. So if you're gonna play the original, um, if you're gonna play the original, then if you're gonna play the game for the first time, you may as well play the remake, right? I just been thinking about watching the playthrough for free 99. I don't know if Metal Gear Solid are the same. It's just a story, right? Um, Indeed is the real Pokemon with two E's. No, is this another spelling test? I thought we were done with the spelling test. Just having some fun and witty banter. Your symptoms are slightly improving. That's good to hear. Yeah, the original Metal Gear Solid and PS2. That's my least favorite out of the first three games. Oh, I see. You love this song? Me too. It's such a catchy song. It's a crazy take. Apparently, Chikano just has hot takes, I guess. He just likes to go against it. He just likes to go. He's like rage baiting, you know? Everyone in the Metal Gear Solid community said it's blasphemy. I've never played a Metal Gear game, so I cannot say anything about this take. But for me, my take is I am the kids these days saying PS2 is old. I think PS2 is a little too old for me. I have a lot of trouble with older games, okay? Because I cannot. They are very like newer games have so much more like quality of life. They're just easier to pick up and play, right? I have a lot of trouble with older games and like they're sometimes very tedious or I don't have any nostalgia towards them. So it's like older games are very hard to play. You love 1 and 2. You still only remember the Metal Gear Solid 1 demo that was showing of DualShock controller capabilities on PS1. I know nothing of this. Metal Gear Solid 1 is cool, but the controllers leave a lot to be desired. Hence, remakes. And welcome in Decembers. You don't like the yellow character on your boy. He is unsettling. That's my boy. That's Gudetama. He won't hurt you. He just he just hates life as well, you know? He just wants to have a nap. Metal Gear Solid 1 needs a remake. If anything, it's so good. But maybe they're going in order of the timeline. Don't know. They did remake it on GameCube. Yeah, it's so modern. What's a game that you're confident you're better at than most people in chat? We had this conversation about what games I'm good at. Stuff did come up. I can't remember. I would say if it's most people in chat, then I would say Genshin. I think I'm better than the average Genshin player, but they are. If it was a Genshin stream, then I couldn't say that. I think I'm better than the average Genshin player, like a casual Genshin player. But for the people, there's a lot of people in the community that are a lot better than me at Genshin. And I get a lot of help from chat. But I'm on my way. I'm improving a lot. Um, and I can say for a fact that I'm better than every single person in chat at Baldur's Gate. I'm just so good. And I don't know. I'd have to think. Um, you hate life too. Do you want to nap? You love it. Yeah, good Thomas, the best. Welcome protagonist. I hope we're doing well. FNAF? That's true. But I was like, maybe there's like a really correct FNAF player in the chat. When did you add gold? I added it today. I was like, as much as I'm a bit of a K-pop demon hunter, it's like I didn't feel that strongly about it as a lot of people did. This song is so catchy. I cannot. Like I didn't even listen to it that much. But then like in my free time, it's like, like literally, like while I'm working, I'm like, go, you know. I like could not stop singing it like all week. So I'm like, okay, it's a little catchy. It's a little catchy. And I was trying to sing it in the car, and I was like, I'm trying to be able to sing it, you know. But it's a tough song. It's a really tough song. You'll smoke y'all in TF2 in Quake. Yeah, because probably you're the only person who plays it. Oh, you know what? Wild Rift. I was pretty good at Wild Rift. But the casual can make a team quicker. Nah. Is Genshin similar to Wuthering Waves? I'm not sure. They're both gacha games. But I don't know if their gameplays are similar. I've never played Wuthering Waves. They treat Kojima like trash, and now they realize this franchise is the only good one they have left. Oh no. Draconia is worse than Mija Baldur's Gate. Absolutely, absolutely. For me, it's FIFA 2014 to 2023. All FIFA games. Damn. My full sprint no move strat, my mashing button strat is so good in FIFA. I was playing as Sokka, and I was just mashing every button, and you know, scored some goals. Any Ninja Storm games, and I'm watching at least 10 people here. I don't know what Ninja Storm is, so I guess so. Is Wild Rift something like Age of Empires 2? No. It's mobile League of Legends. So no. The story of Madagascar Heart is really deep. You'd like it. I've heard the story is good. Or I've heard like they had a lot of cool moments. Like in terms of the storytelling. I don't know if the actual narrative is considered really good, but I've heard good things. Speaking of leads, Miju from Illa, that's me. Minju from Illa is apparently a Plat Katarina main. Just skilled. Wait, she's actually Plat? That's actually quite good. And that's on Korean server. Like, damn, that's quite impressive. Because like I know Sakura plays League of Legends or played League of Legends in her eyes one day, but she's really bad. Like she's really bad. She was like, I played for like 12 hours a day, but I couldn't make it past silver. I was like, oh no. Oh no, it's like that's a lot of practice for not getting past silver. And then when she was playing with Deft and she played like I do. She was playing Seraphine and I was like, you play like I do, and that's not a compliment. Like she was even yelling like I do when you get attacked. Like for me, I take my hands off the controller and I yell. I'm like, ah, I get attacked. Ninja Storm are like the Naruto games. Oh, okay. That's a weeb game. Pro button. I'm actually really good. You know what? I could actually beat you guys at QTEs. That's one. It's not a specific game, but it's like a gaming skill that I'm confident I could beat you guys at. I'm actually insane at QTEs. If you can smoke cigs and see waifu posters in people's lockers, I'm all for it. Is this waifu posters in Metal Gear Solid? Maybe I shouldn't get it. The one video I said watch, she said she was Plat. Is there confirmation though? Like I don't know. Is there time to become Plat when you're in Illit? Like if you're a K-pop idol or a trainee, I don't think there's time to be Plat. Although like I guess Sakura was playing like all night. She just like didn't sleep. She's probably lying like Elon did. Classic Elon move. Come on, Minju. Used to be really good at the Ninja Storm games, but then you gave up your weeb ways. Made you get the tag that says, yep, it's oh literally. Someone runs in, I'm like, oh, that guy looks scary. Like I'm like, oh, that's too scary, I gotta run. Like that guy looks I'm like, oh, that's Yasuo, I gotta run. QTE the game coming 2026. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna beat you guys. I mean, Sakura played 12 hours a day in Eyes. Yeah, she was such a degen. Like, it's crazy. Kojima's famously a gooner. Oh god, I can't play a gooner game, man. QTE as in quick time events. Yeah, yeah. Boot up Shenmue. OG QTEs. I don't know what that is. But yeah, that sounds fun. I like a good QTE. You don't even run, you take your hands off the keyboard. You know what? You know what we always call, or Ricky popularized the term right-click games for games like League of Legends, right? And it is right now in the beta phase. They're adding WASD controls to League of Legends. And it's very controversial. It's very controversial because like some people are like, well, I spent all this time learning the right click controls and now people can just come in and WASD. But then apparently there's like a legitimate criticism that WASD makes kiting. Like when you play ADC, you like run away, attack. You keep like a distance, right? But with WASD, it becomes like really trivial. So it makes them like really strong. So yeah, so they definitely need to balance that. But as someone who really struggles with the right click controls, I kind of would enjoy playing with WASD, but we'll see. But they'll have to balance it somehow, I think. I don't know. I feel like for new players though, it will be really nice. Even if they just have it like you can use WASD in like normal games and not ranked, then like something like that could be good. But then still that's the issue with like the people who learn how to play on WASD have to eventually learn right click, so it's like but maybe like there's already so much to learn in League of Legends. Maybe like while they're learning, they can play WASD, and then once they get comfortable with it, they can switch to right click and then play ranked. But then that's such a big switch to play ranked. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there really is a good way to do it. But I definitely I think that games like League of Legends have a problem that like it's very hard to get into. Like if you want to like if they don't get enough new players, the game will die off, right? But like getting a new person into League of Legends is like not a great experience, right? Like it is, as someone who started playing or had started League of Legends like a few years ago, it is like crazy. Like you need to have someone explain the like guide you through it. Like you need to have someone who already plays the game guide you through it. The game, you cannot just like blindly download the game and start playing it. Like it will not work. So like they need to figure it out. Y'all ever played the Dark Picture anthology games? Those QTEs in the games are diabolical. Yeah, and I got every single one. I played Until Dawn. I hit every single QTE. Not a problem at all. Shenmue is about awkwardly asking Japanese people in the 80s if they've seen any Chinese people around. So like a vaguely racist or xenophobic game. But you use QTEs? You saw a video of Yanko's hiding his vein with WASD and it was broken. Yeah, I heard it's very broken for ADCs. But as an ADC player, I kind of need that. I kind of suck. You leave your fingers, but I guess the enemy ADC will also have it. You leave your fingers on Quir. How am I supposed to do that in WASD and your mouth? Yeah, that's the thing I'm not sure about. Because like, if you have your fingers on WASD, there's not enough buttons to have 4 abilities. So I'm like, where would you put? I guess you'd have to map them to specific places. But I'm not really good at like pressing shift and pressing WASD, you know? So really what I'm waiting for is controller support. But if they added controllers to League, that'd be everyone like, I don't know, people are so, I think there's some people that are genuinely concerned about the balance of the WoWs, and some people are just gatekeepy because they're like, well, I had to learn these jank controls, like I had to learn these controls, so the new players should too, you know? There's some amount of gatekeeping there. League, not even once. I like a lot of things about League. Like I love Arcane. I love a lot of the League characters. And I love like I think the game is well made, but it's just so hard to get into. Like it's so complex and not even get started on the toxicity. Um, did a whole class when I started Dota. Same. And I'm still don't know anything about League of Legends. I mean, one of the difficult things is like, you know, like one of the difficult things is like there's so many champions to learn as well. But there's just so many champions, there's so many items, there's so much stuff. Like there's so much game knowledge that you have to develop. So like you're trying to avenge your father's death and it's full of QTE battles and you gotta work and operate a forklift way ahead of his time. That actually sounds kind of fun. Where can I play this? Just rebind shift? That's hard. A random question, what's the difference between being kind and being nice? Being nice is what girls do and guys think it's flirting. True. Kind is genuine, nice could be out of spite. I think kind is like you're a kind person or an action is very kind and that's like a deep, like it's like a deeper thing, and being nice is more superficial. It's not necessarily bad, but being nice is just like I think it's like a baseline kind of superficial politeness. League conditions people to rage about everything, so I'm not surprised. That's true. That's true. I will never. We talked about this a lot on stream, but like I will never understand the rage. You know, like again, like the way that people react and talk to the others in League of Legends. It's like, why? It's like really why? And welcome in, Big. I hope you're doing well today. And welcome in, Yokomoto. You woke up so late today. I hope you got a good sleep. I mean, it's the weekend. It's the weekend. Enjoy it. You can download it on the PlayStation Store. Okay, might check it out. Are you coming to MijiCon? Is it in LA? Well, Bear wants it to be in Arizona, but I don't know. Some other people were saying LA. But I don't really want to go to America, man. Can we just all come to Canada? We think you'd have a heart attack if you had a heart meter hooked up and you consume Miku content. I can get in for free. No, it's level 3 weeb is very expensive. So it's in the actions? I would say so. I think kind is more, yeah, it's like a more deep definition, you know? It's like an action can be kind and a person can be kind. And I think nice is more like, you know, it's more surface level. Yokomoto stayed up all night watching Vocaloid videos. Eddington. Wait, what is Eddington? Is it like I won't even try to guess. Yeah, it's what else? What were we even talking about before we got distracted by this? Oh, we were talking about like like people. I think a lot of times gamers are very gatekeepy, you know, where it's like it used to be one way, and now it's like easier for people, you know, like if they ever make something that's like easier for newer people or whatever, or make it more accessible, then people get really mad. That's what I've learned. Like anything that people consider to be like easier, you know, they're like, oh, like I didn't have to do, like I didn't have that when I was learning, you know. It's like, come on. The Pedro and Joaquin Phoenix movie, it was nuts. Damn. I'm glad it was good. Is kind learned or something you just saw? I think it's a deliberate choice, you know. It's a choice, and like a dedication to be kind. Um, doesn't Pedro? Sorry, what? Can I read that? What do you mean? Do I want to know? Yeah, I haven't heard of this movie, but I haven't been to the theaters in a long. Yeah, huh? Is a family friendly stream, Chicano? But yeah, it's I haven't been to the movies in a while, but I don't think I'm gonna go till Wicked comes out because I feel like movies are so expensive these days. Not sure I want to know that. Yeah, I don't think I wanted to know that. um, I told you about this movie. Oh no, I must have forgot the name. I mean, no, I definitely remember that you said that there was a Pedro and Joaquin Phoenix movie, but I didn't remember the name. That's what I mean. But yeah, I didn't know it was coming out now. But yeah, it's I don't know if I'll watch it in theaters. Cause like movies are so expensive. Even on cheap movie Tuesdays, it's like I mean I guess it's not that bad on cheap movie Tuesdays. Cause if it's like what, $20, then you can go for like $10. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. I won't complain about that. Came out a while ago. You watched it digitally. Ah, okay, okay. Is it out on streaming? Um, Him comes out next month though. What is him? Surely it's pronounced Cheap Movie Tuesday. No, I don't think it's pronounced that. I don't even know I don't even know if it has an official name. It just for here, movies are half price on Tuesday. The new Jordan Peele movie. I see, I see. I haven't watched. I started watching Us. Because I've watched Get Out and I love Get Out. But I started watching Us and it kind of creeped me out. Which I get it. It's a horror movie. It's a horror movie. It's supposed to creep you out. But it was like I don't like when there's like a home invasion because like I get freaked out because like that's too real. Like like if it's a movie where like the white people are like putting their brains into like like if it's like if it's like a movie like that, like a movie like Get Out, like I'm not. I feel like that cannot realistically happen. Okay, like I'm not like that scared by that. After the fact. But like if it's like a home invasion, I'm like, oh, that could happen. That could happen in real life. That's like a little real. Um, it's about Draconian's fave sport, American football. Wait, is it a horror movie though? It must be, right? You're supposed to go watch it in theaters, but you slept, and by the time I realized it was out, it wasn't even showing anywhere close to me. Did it end that quickly? That sucks. Please don't spoil Us. Well, I didn't get very far, so. Get Out is top one. Get Out is so good. Get Out is so good. I slept on it for a while too, but my brother is like a really big fan of those movies, and he was like, it's so good, you got to see it. So then I finally watched it, and it is really good. Um, I'm guessing it's about greed or the seven deadly sins. Looks demonic, right up your alley. Okay. There was one in between, right? Oh, it was Nope. Us was second, right? And then Nope was third. I really like Nope as well. But Us just freaked me out. Because I was like, I cannot deal with home invasion stuff. Like anything that's like too realistic. Like if there's like a home invasion or like an assault or something like that. I'm like, oh, I cannot watch that, because like that's too scary. But like a big UFO alien in the sky, like that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Um, you like watching movies, horror movies? I can call out how stupid the MC is being, like in Barbarian. That's a common trope. Yeah, I'm the person. I'm always. Do you guys also yell at the screen? Because I am absolutely like that. I'm like, why would they do that? I'm like, no, we should have done this. Like, I'm constantly. Um, I'm not like if I'm really into a movie, I won't nitpick it. But if I think the movie is silly, I will point out every plot hole. Um, Nope was third. Right, right, okay. Yeah, because I watched Nope second. But then I tried watching Us, and I was like, I can't. I can't. It's freaky. It's freaky. But I really like Nope as well. I think Get Out was still I think Get Out was better. But Nope was really good. UFOs are real though. I don't know if they're real like that in that movie, you know? But like in that movie where they get killed when they're like crushed, like that's awful, no? Like that'd be like the worst way to die. I'd rather get like a racist old white man's brain put in my skull. Actually, would I? I don't know. I don't know if you're not conscious for it. Like if you just die and then they just take over your body, like that's fine. Like they can do that. I'd rather do that than get crushed in a alien like hole. Is it strange that you lock your bedroom door? No, it's not strange. Do whatever it is. It's an extra step if someone breaks in, you know. I don't have a lock on my bedroom door. Him isn't directed by Jordan Peele. It's just produced by him. Oh, okay, okay. Like in Barbarian, the lady shows up to the Airbnb in his sketchy neighborhood in the middle of the night, finds the last booker still there. Instead of canceling the booking, checking into a hotel like a normal person, she decides to bunk with a stranger. Bro, no woman would ever do that though. Yeah, you're right. That is so unrealistic. Like no woman would check into a hotel and then realize that there's a man in there and then just be like, "Oh, no problem. Let's just share the room." You know? Like no woman ever would do that. She bunked with Pennywise? Oh no. Why? I'll go no. What would you rather? I feel like I do not want to be like I'm not claustrophobic, but getting crushed with a bunch of other people, like just like force squeeze like that sounds awful. Cause I don't even think you would die right away. You know, you just like break all your bones and then it would be like miserable, right? Like I don't even know how you would die in that situation. Um, Dumb decisions matter in horror. I mean, yeah, it takes me out of it, right? Like sometimes, like when they act so stupid, unless it's meant to be like a campy slasher movie, then it takes me out of it. But like I think in the Jordan Peele movies, they don't act they don't do anything that they act pretty smartly, at least from what I remember. Um, you have a good day, you ain't worried. I mean, it depends. What if they get to it first? What if they get to it first? Um, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't watch a lot of horror. I mean, you guys know I don't watch a lot of horror movies. If they're like cool and not just scary, then I do like it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. What's good? I don't know, but I'm assuming it's a gun. That's what I'm assuming. Unless he means like a machete. Like maybe he has a machete. um, Plus to be fair, what is worth out of your belongings to risk life for? Like they can take whatever, go ahead. That's a good take. Yeah, that's a good take. Honestly, that's the same, right? Um, like if you're getting mugged, just give them your money, right? Like what is in your wallet that you would want to die for? Like nothing, right? Just let them just give them your wallet. You can cancel your cards. Maybe and maybe don't carry a lot of cash in your wallet. I don't know. You also have a cute waifu body filler, but how will that help me? You give that to the intruder. You give that to the intruder and say like yeah, they would just be scared off. They'd be like, oh, it's a full Hatsune Miku body filler. Um, Maybe not too related, but this morning you're reading some reviews of a hotel in Rio, and one of them was like, my friend got mugged, and the staff laughed. I hope you didn't stay at that hotel. That's awful. Your ID card took forever to get. You'd rather they shoot me. I mean, if it saves another trip to DMV. It's gone you. That's a bit less scary, possibly. Is she clothed? Sorry, do I want to know? Maybe I don't want to know. I shouldn't have asked that. That'd be awful to wait at the licensing office line again. Like rather just take one. Is it really that bad? Because like for mine, you just book an appointment and then you just show up, and then they just call you up. They take your picture and then you leave. Um, that'd be. You think I am? I doubt they got mugged in the hotel, but the staff don't sound nice. But I guess it's not really what the staff can do. Like, I mean, it sucks that they laugh, but like, it's more of a police matter, no, not like a the staff at the hotel. Um, yeah, hopefully that those staff are gone now, and I mean, I don't think you'll get mugged anyway, so um, it won't matter. It won't matter. Yeah, it's I know my brother likes some horror. I know he saw like Weapons recently. I know Chicano saw that as well. I heard it was good. But yeah, for me, it's like sometimes I get freaked out. So there's only certain movies I want to watch. And you guys know I still have Sinners on my list. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. But I just have not gotten around to it. I will one day. Um, but yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what else. Oh, I guess I got a bunch of recommendations a few weeks ago. You haven't watched it yet? I haven't. I haven't. I've been busy. I just haven't had a time to just sit down and watch it. But when I've been too busy playing Genshin in my free time. Um, but I've been touching grass. I've been I've been touching grass. Discord movie night. I've never had a movie night. I don't think I will. I don't think I will. I'm not a big fan of having a voice chat in the server. Cause I just like when I first started streaming, there was some people that were like, well, like when I first started streaming, I had a lot of younger viewers. So at that point, it didn't make sense to have a voice chat, right? Because I do not want children in the voice chat with like who knows who joining and talking to them, and like I can't really moderate that, right? Because if it's like chat, there's like evidence and you could just read through it, right? But if it's like a voice chat, you cannot. So I don't really want to have a voice chat because it's like it's kind of hard to moderate, right? Because like you don't know what happens in there. Because it's not like I'm gonna be in there nonstop listening to what's going on, right? Um, yeah, and also like I think if I let people talk, like I don't know what people will say. I don't want any people like people troll in the chat, and that's fine. You could just delete it, but saying it to my face, like don't love that. Um, we watched the boy in the heron in Discord. Grass is scary. No, no, it's a nice day these days. It's summer. Vancouver's very nice in the summer. Mowing the lawn. Okay, then we don't like grass. um, Boy and the Edward. What? Is that Twilight? I'm gonna ask if you like bullet train. Yeah, see, being in a voice chat with a bunch of weeps like Chicano, a disaster, a disaster. If I let everyone talk, it'll be I've actually had streams on Discord, but no one was allowed to talk except me. So it's basically like a Twitch stream, but it's all on Twitch. You know? Because Robert Pattinson voices the hair. Oh, does he? I didn't know that. That tracks. I mean, I'm sure it can work out, but I don't know. The thought of just joining the voice chat and letting anyone talk. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure like people in the Discord are like pretty chill. It's not just like a open to all of Twitch, right? But you still never know. You still never know. The messages without delay was unreal. Oh, true, true. Yeah, that is weird as well. That's a plus of the Discord. I think Discord streams are also more like it's just for the community, right? Like it's like there's no like new people coming in, so it can be good. It can be good for some things. Like before, I didn't feel that comfortable doing the Just Dance stream on Twitch, and also I was like, I didn't know about the muting the VOD and stuff like that. Now I can do that, but now it's like I don't mind streaming Just Dance on Twitch. The Heron is a vampire? Possibly, possibly. But yeah, it's actually streaming Just Dance is not that bad, you know? Like it's like it's I thought people would be weirder, but it's about as weird as people on Just Chatting, you know? So it's not that different. You definitely the kid on the playground who made up all the rules and the games went on and didn't let anyone have any input. I don't think that was me. um, I'm just saying I have my reservations. Okay, you guys have not read my DMs. The kind of DMs I get, the kind of messages I get held for review, um, and the thought of just opening up for anyone to speak to me, yeah, in real time is like, don't love that. Don't love that. I don't even join like public voice channels or anything like that. Even if it's like not stream related. Not a not a huge fan of that. Like at least on Twitch, it's very controlled. But I'm sure many people on their servers have voice chats and it works out fine. I just prefer not to have one on mine. um, Although there has been some people, like there has been some people in the past who like joined the Discord and there was this guy who like joined my Discord and then they were like no voice chat and then I explained why I don't have a voice chat and then they were like I can't remember what they said. They said something really rude and they just left. But I can't remember what it was. I have no idea. I remember this specifically though. That person was so strange. Is it random for people in chat who DM stream things? I mean, it's not like regulars. Like it's not like people regular members of the community. Well, sometimes. But that's like very rare. Most times it's just randoms. I think with internet, either have a great experience or an awful one, and get not wanting to risk it. I mean, yeah, for me, it's been a great experience so far. There has been some issues, obviously. A lot of people come through, and not everyone is a good person. Not everyone is normal or kind or whatever. So obviously we've had bad experiences, but overall, I would say 99%, yeah, 95% of people, 95% of people are totally chill. But yeah, it's I mean, honestly, nothing has been like too crazy. The only thing I get concerned about is like other people's safety. Like I don't want like where I draw the line very, very strongly is like if someone's making someone else in the community uncomfortable. Because like obviously I signed up for that. You know, as much as it like shouldn't be like that, like I did sign up for that. Like I stream knowing that there's gonna be people saying weird things to me or you know saying really rude things to me on DMs or like some people just come into chat and just are like racist or something or like really creepy. Like I obviously am aware that's gonna happen, but the people in the community obviously did not sign up for that. They just want to watch the stream, right? So I draw that line quite harshly there, and especially things where it's like people acting inappropriately towards like younger viewers, like minors. That one I'm like really really careful about because, like I said, when I first started streaming, we had a lot of minors, we had a lot of younger viewers, and there was a few incidents with that. So it's like it's like it's very, you know, I feel like I just rather lock it down. Voice chat related for me, it's been good or really bad. Oh no. So I would try to avoid it. Honestly, I don't think I've ever spoken in like a public voice chat. I don't think I've ever like gone on Discord and just like joined a random server's voice chat. Like I know some servers have them. Like if you go in like the Genshin server, there's like a voice chat. I'm like, I guess you could go in there, but like why? Like do I really want to do that? I wouldn't know what to say. Like, yeah, why? What's the point of joy? I guess you just want to hang out. Like, hey everyone, like, what's up? Like, you play some Genshin? like what is the point? Like, I get like maybe if you're in like a League of Legends server or something, and you like are making like a group to play, like, then maybe I guess in that situation it makes sense. But like, but there's some servers that are just like say you join like the Seraphim Discord server, and then like what is the reason for people to just go in the voice chat there? Like they just wanna, I guess they just wanna meet people. But I'm like, I don't know. In games, do you have VC on or nah? Never. I've never been in a VC on a game, and I'm scared. I'm too scared to do it. Same with the VC on on Discord. Like I've seen the videos of the girl. She goes in Valorant and just plays the game as a girl, and she gets harassed. I'm like, oh, do I really want to sign up for that? I don't think I do. I don't think I. But it probably depends on the game. Probably depends on the game. But I don't actually play any games that have a voice chat. I don't think if they ever add voice chat to League of Legends, that'll be very cursed. How about them AR36 pity banner Kayas? You would fit right in, Shikano. You should go talk to them. Um, Games like Lockdown Protocol. I don't know that game. Mandatorily require VC, and that's where. That's where. That's where what? You don't like right? You don't like weaves. You're a self-hating weeb. I see. um, yeah, it's I think it could be a mixed bag. I'm sure you could make a lifelong friend in like a random Discord VC, but you could also just meet a really awful person, or you can meet a creep. Like you don't know. Like you don't know. Thought that was enough. Oh, that's where. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize it related to the previous message. I see. Yeah, no, that was enough. That was enough. I just forgot. You don't like fake weaves. Okay, so you're saying I'm not truly a weave because I play Genshin. Thank you, thank you, Chikano. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's have you guys played on games with like just open voice chat? Have you talked to strangers on voice chat? What is it like? I'm sure it depends on the game. Ricky was true. I just real named Chikano, I guess. But yeah, it's I think it depends on the game. Like I've heard Valorant is pretty bad, especially if you're a girl. And I can only imagine that if you're on like I mean the only person I know who plays Call of Duty is Ratsy, but like I'm sure the voice chat is like really questionable, right? Because it is a red flag game, you know? Any of the red flag games, the voice chat probably is not good. Same with the I don't know. I don't even know what games have voice chat. You know, like what I guess any shooter games have voice chat because it's not like you can. Oh, I threw my shoes. Um, you saw some Valorant play for the first time the other day. It's just high speed Counter Strike with hero characters. I don't know enough about this to confirm or deny, but they do have cool characters. Um, it was Valorant. It was my first game as Jet. I was trash, but I heard slurs I've never heard in my life. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That sounds about right. Is now you see why I don't have a public voice chat. Yeah, I mean, you guys know I've played League of Legends, and there's only like a text chat. Um, there's only a text chat, and yeah, there's definitely some. It gets like censored, so I don't know what they were saying, but some I've had some of that. But honestly, I've had some good experiences. Strangely, I've had some good experiences on League of Legends. I think it's because I was queued with like new players as well. So we are all like very encouraging to each other. We're like, oh, you did well. You tried your best. You know, let's like we got this. And then we were like joking around about the other team. We're like, man, that guy's so strong, huh? So like honestly, I had a good experience. And sometimes I'm pretty good at diffusing the situation. Sometimes it depends on the person. Sometimes if someone is like flaming you, they're like, oh, this Caitlyn is the worst. Like she's like feeding, like she's the worst Caitlyn I've ever seen. And if I say like, oh sorry, I'm new, I'm trying my best, my bad. If I say something like that, then they're actually they don't speak again. Like they just don't end up speaking again. And then one person even said like, oh my bad, I didn't realize there was new players in the game. Like literally, I was playing really badly, and then someone was like flaming me, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm new," and they're like, "Damn, there's actually new players," and then they actually, yeah, I guess they felt bad. They felt bad, so they didn't flame me again, and they actually, I think they gave me a little like tips and stuff like that. But it depends. It depends. I think sometimes, like for the vast majority of people, once they realize they're talking to another, once they like actually internalize that they're talking to another human, they kind of have a bit more empathy, right? Um, so like it really, if you return with kindness, it can sometimes help, but sometimes they just double down and they just start like if they're just like saying like slurs and stuff. There's no reasoning with them, right? They're just trolling. They're just mad, whatever. I think you tried like a only up Fortnite map with VC on and it was madness. I mean, surely it's like full of children, right? If it's Fortnite. My bad, didn't notice you're nice online is a thing. Yeah, yeah. I think that is a thing. Cause they expect you to just like flame them back or whatever. But then if you just say like sorry, I think that goes a long way. Like if someone gets mad at you for making a mistake, if you just say sorry, then it's like sometimes it's enough, you know? They're like, oh, okay, well, I can't fight this person because they're just saying that it was their fault, right? Like, what are you supposed to say? And that, like, if someone's like, oh, you're the worst, like that was an awful play, and you're like, yeah, that was, I'm sorry, that was a mistake. Then it's like it kind of like ends it, right? They hear my accent and it's GG's, really? Someone told me to go back to a country I've never lived in before. What? But don't you just sound like you're from Seattle? Like what could they possibly have said? Um but yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Um but yeah, some people are just straight up trolling, just typing awful things, but most people are chill when you like are able to shut it down, but it depends. It depends. But I just try to be nice. I just try to be nice, and I haven't encountered too much toxicity, but I also haven't played that much with like randoms, you know? I will start the game with like good luck everyone or like good luck have fun or whatever. And then every time I make a mistake I say sorry. Which is often. On Wild Rift there's like a pop-up message that you can do and it says like sorry, my bad. And I just like use that every time I die. um And I haven't gotten that much flaming. I've played a lot of Wild Rift too, and I haven't got. But people don't type as much on Wild Rift because you have to like type on the phone keyboard, so people don't do that as much. And not only that, it's the horizontal phone keyboard, and like no one can type on that, you know. So it's like I think people don't flame too much on that because of it. But yeah, I just every time I die, I say sorry my bad, which is like I think it works. I don't know. And I do feel bad if I mess up, but it's like I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. What can I do? Um, and your Rocket League games, nice. Whenever you cart in Monster Hunter World Wild, there's automatic interaction. Sorry, and no problem on chat. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I wish people would use that stuff more. You know, like oh, sorry, like as if you say sorry, I think it goes a long way to if someone's getting really riled up because you made a mistake. I think saying sorry and just taking accountability goes a long way. Um, because like some people who are mad will start like blaming others and stuff like that. But if you break that and don't blame anyone else and just say like sorry, like I think that can really help, and it really changes the vibe, the culture. That'll be me. I'll just play a bunch of ranked games and I'll just play a bunch of ranked games and I'll change the world, the League of Legends world. It's automated, so I guess you read it and you chill a bit. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think that's good. I think that does really help. But who knows? Who knows? I think people will be toxic no matter what, but some things like that can help for the people who are more reasonable, right? Because like even nice people can sometimes get riled up and tilted at a game, right? And like I personally don't understand that. I've never been so emotionally invested in a game that I feel like I need to get mad, and I've never once Like, if, yeah, I felt frustrated before, but I've never once thought to take it out on others. So I will not really understand that. Um, but you know, I think some people are maybe more likely to do that. But yeah, I still don't understand it. It does on some level, definitely. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And that's the same for everything, right? Um, even like road rage when driving. If you apologize, I mean, you can't. It's hard to apologize in the car, but like, you know what I mean, right? That kind of stuff. You're eating leftover pizza. No ranch in sight. Good, good. No need for ranch. Um, so LOL like games are your favorite kind? No, I don't really play League of Legends. I'm just using it as an example. That's the only one I've played. I don't play multiplayer games. Um, I like when people give me advice when they're clearly not on your level. I mean, I think they're just trying their best, but like, yeah, that can be kind of annoying too. Um, I feel like it's always the okay. That's another thing, right? It's always the worst person on the team being toxic. You know, um, it's always like the person who's like you're doing it wrong. Like you should be doing this and this. They're always like the worst person, right? I guess that's why, right? Because they're like always dying and like they feel bad. Yeah, they're insecure, exactly. There's a ball in my backyard. Neighbor's kids. They came to the fence to ask for it back, so I gave it to them and I said sorry. For some reason, like it was my mistake. That is weird. Yeah, that was. Was that like just recently, or like when you were a kid? Yeah, just it's just Canadian way of saying hi, I guess. This morning. Oh no. Um, that's just Canadian though, because like you know in Canada, like if you bump into someone, if someone bumps into you, like you say sorry anyway, even though it was you were just standing still, it's not your fault. Like my cousin, except he hates the thought of playing with or against other humans. Oh, I'm the same. Yeah, I'm the same. Sometimes I don't mind. Like I can enjoy a good multiplayer game sometimes, but I don't generally like playing with random people. I try to avoid it when possible. Even in Genshin, I don't play co-op. So it's a I'm the same way. Cause people, like I said, there's a lot of weirdos online and mean people online. I try not to subject myself to it. Like usually, if I was gonna play League of Legends, I'd play with like my team is like I'd play with others and not interact with the other people. But I'm not a big fan of multiplayer games in general because um I don't like not being able to pause the game and like not being able to play on my own time, you know? It's just I don't like the timing of it. That's a big thing as well. And also I'm not a big fan of competitive games in general, so I don't tend to go towards them. But yeah, I'm just going to the bathroom. By the way, I'll be right back. Enjoy the Mallow Mart. Sorry guys. No, I'm kidding. Okay, BRB. Okay, okay, I'm back. Everyone is still doing good. My back is actually kind of sore. I feel like maybe I was not using it correctly at Pilates yesterday because we were doing a lot of like glutes workouts and like kind of like glutes and the hip flexors and my hip flexors and like my I don't know what you call like the side glutes like they're really weak. Like every time we do a workout where you have to like stand on one leg, like you know you stand on one leg and you like bend your leg a bit. My After like 1 minute of doing that, my leg is like shaking. Like it cannot support my weight, especially my left leg. Especially my left leg. Um, because I got told by the physio that my left side is quite weak. So it's now today like my entire like my entire like hips are like very sore. Just like walking anywhere is like not. Yeah, okay. Also like when I do that, like I went to the store afterwards and I could feel my legs like shaking. I'm like, what if I fall down? Like what if I what if my legs just give out at the store? Like that'd be so embarrassing. I managed to survive. I managed to survive, but yeah, after those, my legs are always very shaky. And it's a very strange feeling. But yeah, I think they're just very weak, which is which is great. Uh, and hi, Net. But I think my what am I trying to say? I think my core strength is back. Um, it's doing good. We do. I don't actually really like this workout. I used to really hate it actually. The one where you like lie on your back and then you like you have your legs and you like lower them down like this. That's like the worst one. I used to really hate it, but I was doing it. I was doing it yesterday and I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad. I can lower my legs without feeling like I'm dying. Like that is great. So I guess my abs are getting stronger or something is getting stronger. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I can still not stand on one leg. Um, yeah, especially my left leg. So she said like you can do like one leg workouts and then do like unequal reps on each side. But she said I don't know what the science behind this is. She was like, oh, you can't just do like 5 reps on one leg and 10 reps on another. It's got to be something like 8 and 10. You know, it has to be like reasonably close. I was like, I don't know why. I don't know why. I was like, why not? Like, what if my left leg is half as strong as my right leg? Like, I do like then 5 and 10 seems like it would make sense, but maybe it's just a rule. Just a rule. Or maybe like my left leg will become massive and my left leg will be tiny. Maybe that's what it is. I have no idea. But yeah, it turns out I need to keep doing leg workouts. So I will. But it seems like it seems like um everything is like I get told everything is weak. So I'm like, what do I even focus on? You're told to do equal reps on each, and over time will even out. Really? How does that work though? I guess your left leg or your weaker leg gets more of a workout, so it just like over time gets stronger. I have no idea. And welcome in, Jono. Just stopping by. We'll be taking my leave now because leaves are not allowed. You can stay. You can stay if you want to. Yeah, I hope you're doing well today. The weight is limited by your weak side. Oh, so your strong leg won't get as much of a workout because the weight is kind of too weak for it or too low for it. Um, so okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But in my case, I do like more like body weight workouts, you know? Um, so I don't, maybe in that case the reps make sense. Because if you're just doing um yeah, because like in that case it's not different weights, right? Because if I'm just doing like leg raises with no weight on it, thank you. You're welcome, Jono. Just try not to spread your weebiness, you know. You'd definitely be the only one here. Yeah, there's definitely no other weaves in chat. I keep saying no weaves allowed, but they keep coming in, so it's like at this point, it's a lost cause. It's a lost cause. As long as weeb things are not being discussed, then I guess it's fine. Just push it down. You want an analog 3D console so bad? Like a 3DS? Is that what you want? I don't know what you mean by that. I thought we were anti 3DS. Cause you gave me a 2DS. Cause like, isn't the 3D thing annoying? It's a 4K Nintendo 64 basically, and it plays the cards. But what's 3D about it? Oh, you mean the games are in 3D? I don't really. I thought you meant like you want the 3D glasses and it's just the name. Okay, okay. You're not putting on the red and blue 3D glasses and playing a game? They probably tried to make games like that, right? Because they made like movies like that. I'm sure someone out there was making those 3D games with the glasses. I'm sure that's what you want to play. Everyone 3D was like the new craze. I wonder the people who bought the 3D TVs, like, do you think do you think they bought do you think they like kept their still use it? They're like, wow, I can watch Avatar on my TV. I hate 3D movies. I don't know if you guys. I think I still don't understand why there's so many 3D showings of movies these days. Like you go to watch a movie, like you want to watch like Spider-Man, and like half the showings are 3D, and you're like, why? Like who's watching this? Who's choosing 3D over normal 2D, right? Because it's just annoying. You can't see as well, and like stuff is flying at you. It's kind of scary. 4K Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask will be gas. No, now you got Ricky saying gas. You had one and watched like two movies in 3D. Yeah, what a. It seems like a one of those novelties, you know. Because that's what I was worried about with my VR. I thought I would play like I thought I would play it for like a month and then just like forget about it. And I don't really play on my VR, but I think it's a fun. With the thing I didn't account for was that it is very fun to it is very fun to play with family. Like it's such like with normal video games, there's a bit of a learning curve, right? Because like unless it's like a Wii or like a motion control game, there's like a learning curve to like learning the buttons and stuff like that, and not my family can't really play it. Um, but when it comes to VR or when it comes to VR or motion control games, like it's like everyone could just pick up and play it. It's very easy. So I think that's what I've really liked about VR. For 3D movies, you gotta put the 3D glasses on top of your glasses. Oh no, you look stupid. I'm sure you look so cool, Ricky. But yeah, for me, I don't know if maybe it's my astigmatism, like we talked about before, but I cannot see that well on 3D movies. They kind of hurt your eyes. Yeah, yeah, I feel like 3D is just it doesn't feel very comfortable to watch, and I feel like you just can't see as well like the details in the movie and stuff like that. I'd rather just see it like I don't get any benefit from watching it in 3D, you know? I feel like I would enjoy the movie more in 2D. So I would never choose to. You still get to try VR headset too. I'm not sold on those. It's quite fun. It's quite fun. I think nowadays like it's a lot easier because like in the past like they were really expensive and you just set up like cameras like in the corners right of your house to track the movement. But these days you don't have to do that. Um, and the Oculus is like pretty reasonably priced. It's like anywhere from like 300 to $500. It's not really a bad price at all. Um, but I thought it depends what you want to play. The thing with VR is that there is not a lot of good games. Like not many companies have really put a lot into VR, right? Um, so that's kind of the annoying thing. Like there's some really great games, like Beat Saber is really good. The table tennis game I have is really good. The golf game is good, but those are still like they're not. I mean, aside from Beat Saber, they're not really games you're gonna play like constantly. Um, so they can be fun, but I think for me, the biggest the biggest use case is like for family. It's quite funny because like you could watch it, like you could stream the footage from like onto your computer or on your phone, so like everyone can see what they're looking at, but they just look really silly in person. So it's just a fun like party thing, I think. Um, those Apple headsets are kind of sick, but they're very short-lived and they're so expensive. Those Apple ones are ridiculous. So you may as well just buy like a cheaper one. Like if you just wanna try it out and like play a few games, like just get a cheaper one. I still think it's pretty immersive. But yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of great games for VR. But it depends what you like. If you get really into one thing, then like maybe. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing VR with my family. My uncle was playing the table tennis game, and he like thought it was so real that he tried to lean on the virtual table tennis table. And then he fell down because he was like, "There's no table there in real life, right?" It's like, but it is really that immersive. Like whenever I play it, like I was playing like one of the demo games, and then there's like a bridge, right? And I was on the bridge, and there's a drop off the bridge, and I was like, "Oh, let me try and step off the bridge," in VR. And like it's so hard to do. Your brain tells you like don't jump off the bridge, but like it's not real, right? But it does feel weirdly immersive. I think your brain just like convinces yourself, you know? Do y'all like VR over AR? Um, I guess so. I mean, AR is not that common. Like Pokemon Go. I hear in the gaming community, lots of people are going back to retro consoles like Xbox 360. Is that considered retro? I guess so. Um, you played one of the shark that tries to eat you. That's scary. Um, People are sick of microtransactions and not having physical media. I just wanted to go back to the basics. Honestly, yeah, I get that. I get that. Some of the microtransactions are so greedy these days. I think that's the coldest take. Hope he is fine. Yeah, he was fine. He actually almost like we had like the sliding door open, and there's like a drop onto like it's like raised up. It's only like a few feet, but like he would have fallen onto his face onto like the concrete. So he didn't end up falling out the door, but he got close. We're like, okay, let's close the door. Let's close the door. I didn't really think that he would do that. Um, Avalugg. Yeah, that's real, man. That's one of the big Titan Pokemons in Pokemon Legends Arceus. That big ice guy. Um, I don't know I can't remember what they're called. The really big ones. What's AR? Other than adventure rank, yeah, augmented reality. So like in Pokemon Go, you hold up your phone and like it shows like your background, but there's a Pokemon there like that. I'm sorry, P. That's like you should have known. Did you play Pokemon Legends Arceus? Um, it's one of the prominent Pokemon in that. Um, and also it is in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm pretty sure. Like Monster Hunter now. Yeah, you gotta find the Monster Hunter connection. You gotta see. I'll speak your language. I'll speak your language. um, yeah, I think AR is kind of like a gimmick. I don't see any benefit to it, you know? Like it's like kind of cool, yeah, but like the do we does it really is it like really that impactful? I don't know. Mijas Cabana, true, true. um, I don't use the air function in Pogo unless the game forces me to. Oh yeah, I guess you don't really need it, right? Because they show up in that virtual like green grass place. I forgot the AR. I guess the AR function does exist, but I guess people don't really use it. But yeah, it's AR is kind of cheesy, I think. Like I don't think anyone actually cares about it. You'll need to use it to play with your buddy. Why? Like you put up the screen and it shows the trainer and you're like, oh, that's my friend, you know? Yeah, it's I haven't opened Pokemon Go in a very long time. But I have been playing Pokemon TCG Pocket, don't worry. Um I've gotten kind of into it. I'm not a TCG guy. But I think some of the cards are very cute. And I do like gambling. So that's what got me. It's like basically gotcha. Um Air can be useful for when you're traveling. What do you use it for when traveling? We didn't used to have to, but they forced in an update. How dare they? That's what they always do these days. You see the new Pixel phone can translate your voice to 8 other languages. So they hear you in theirs on the opposite end. That's crazy. Um have you guys seen those auto AI dubbed YouTube videos? By the way, like if you try to watch a YouTube video in a different language, it'll auto dub it in an AI voice. And I was like shocked by that. And it's on by default, which is like super annoying. Yeah, and people said it's really annoying. Like for example, if you're like Ricky and you live in a Spanish speaking country and maybe your phone language is in Spanish, but you want to watch English videos, it will auto dub it. And apparently that's extra annoying. For me, it's like not as common because I don't watch a lot of for me, I was trying to watch a Japanese recipe video, and then suddenly instead of Ko Kentutsu's voice, it was like a random AI man. I was like, ooh, what is that? I keep getting Portuguese auto dubbed videos. Oh my gosh. When you say play TCG Pocket, do you mean playing or opening packs? Playing is opening packs. No, I played some of the auto. I played some of the battles. I put on auto, so I could get some more hourglasses. But then eventually I reached the intermediate levels, and the auto battle keeps dying. So I don't know how to continue there. Um, even translating. Yeah, translate the title and the description as well. Um, and welcome in, homie. Hope you're doing well today. Um. Yeah, it's gonna make my weeb dream of talking to a Japanese girl come true. What are you doing now then? I've been AI this whole time. But I won't I guess it depends what you want to hear, because some stuff you want to hear, I might probably won't say it to you. Um with the tech classes they make where things can be translated for you. That could be cool. Ricky listening to AI bots now instead of native speakers. True, right? Um, I remember I said like one sentence in a Japanese streamer's stream and 5 people responded in Japanese. That's a classic like learning a language experience, right? Because when I was in Korea, I tried to order something in Korean and then they answered with a question. And I was like, oh, I didn't prepare for this. I don't know what they're saying. Turns out they spoke English quite well. So I was like, wow, that was a waste. That was unnecessary, you know? Um, so that does happen. Like you learn how to say something in a foreign language, and then they respond with something that you didn't rehearse. You're like, oh, that's not part of the script. I don't know what that is. I'm getting tired of hearing about AI slop. It's fine in this content. I mean, honestly, I feel you because like I work in tech, so there's so much AI talk and like people asking about AI and stuff. I'm like, I do not care about AI, like, whatever. But yeah, I'm not an AI person either. But I just noticed this in the YouTube video. Cause I hate that it auto dubs it for you. Um, Titles make no sense and sometimes actually make me miss a video I'm actually interested in just because it's not correctly translated. There's no way to turn that off. Yeah, there's no way to turn it off. Yeah. That's been like that for a while. Um, I like the look of the new Pixel phones, but 1,000 doubloons for 128 GB storage. Ooh, is Apple pricing? That's not a lot of storage. Just take on my approach and don't buy anything anymore. It's a peaceful life. Except, just buy, um, just buy instant ramen and beer. Your phone is slowly dying. Honestly, my phone can no longer run Genshin. It's a sad day. I think it's just like, I don't know how old my phone is. I think my phone is 3 years old. It's really not that old. But I think Genshin is also becoming bigger and bigger and harder to run. So I can now have to turn I have to turn every setting to lowest, and that's so sad. I used to be able to run the game in beautiful 60 FPS and high graphic settings. But you guys know, like I had my previous phone for like 8 years. I don't know if phones last that long these days. I have no idea. But I'm not like I get a new phone every year person, you know? Like I want to keep my phone until it dies. But these days I play a lot of mobile games, so I don't know. What's your battery health? Good question. Good question. Let me check. You work at Google. Oh, no way. Hearing YouTube do stuff like this makes me eye roll. I mean, yeah, if you work at Google, I'm sure there's a lot of AI stuff involved. But yeah, my company doesn't really do AI stuff, but like, I mean, I think they maybe do, but it's just the talking about it. I'm like, oh, like, can we stop talking about AI? You gotta eat to live, and your body doesn't produce its own beer, so you gotta take a supplement. Right. You gotta. I'm firmly in the AI hater camp. Same. You're the 79%. Is that bad? Where is it bad? Oh, here. Battery. Battery health. Mine's at 80%. 1%. I beat him by 1%. Is that bad? Battery. By measure of battery capacity relative to when it was new. That seems okay. 80%. I wish there was a megaphone device that translates what you say. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. One of my deepest secrets IRL is that I play Genshin Impact. If the bros ever found out, I would die. We should work at my office. My coworkers have like Farina statues at their desk, like in view of everyone, including me. Your mind says your battery health is significantly degraded. Where does it say that? Maximum capacity. Mine doesn't give me a judgment on my battery. It's not terrible, but it's not the worst for your battery health. Okay. Because I feel like my phone is not that old. I swear I got it. Yeah, I think I got it 3 years ago because I remember I got it and then I left it on the counter at the Japanese airport, okay? And no one stole it. It was a brand new iPhone 13. No one stole it. Thank God. Thank God for Japan. We comparing battery health. What's yours, Young? Everyone share your battery health. I think my MacBook got to a point where the battery health just said like it's garbage. Like it doesn't work. I don't know what it says, but it's like it's not functional. It's in the same area. If it gets low enough, they switch to that warning. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't have a warning yet, so I guess it's fine. You did get an A in Android development. Let's go. One of my projects in school was the Android app. I think we use that. What is it called? Android Studio? It's called something like that, but I don't like it. An airport would be the worst place to steal something. That's true. Maybe I would get it back if it got stolen. But like I was surprised I just left it openly on the counter and no one stole it. I walked a fair bit away before I was like, oh my God, I lost my phone. And then I ran back and it was still there. 95%. Ooh, that's pretty good. How often do you guys get a new phone? Got a new phone 2 days ago. Damn. So Bear gets a new phone every 2 days. That's what I've learned. Hope you're enjoying a new phone. Your capacity is 96%. Damn, you guys' phones must be really new. Android Studio, it's alright. Currently doing iOS dev with Xcode. Not sure if I prefer that or Android Studio. I thought Xcode was very easy to use. I still have an iPhone 13. You're saying that like it's old. That's my phone. You guys know my phone before iPhone 13 was an iPhone 8. I skipped 5 generations. Um, Whenever I can wait it out long enough. Yeah, yeah. Depends on the contract. Okay. Um, Yours was 3 years ago. Okay. I think mine is like 3 years as well. Um, you're already tired of your new phone. Oh no, time to get a new one. You got yours a couple years ago. I see. You'll see what next month what Apple brings to the table. They better have voice translate. I see. I see. Um, so you can go to Japan and be a weeb, is what you mean? Because if you go to Japan and be like, oh, like if you start speaking to people in Japanese, they're gonna say something you don't remember. Um, you're also on a 13. Wow, we're all 13 guys. Okay, so I'll get a new phone when Draconian gets a new. Although it sounds like he wants a new phone now. We'll get one year after Draconian gets a new phone. You got the Fold 7, and right now I hate it because every time it does something, it just changes setting. But I think it'll be fun. Yeah, the foldy phones do look fun. But yeah, getting a new phone and like having to set everything up is really annoying. Because I just got an iPad, and yeah, getting everything set up in a way that I like is like takes a while. You had a new gen of AirPods. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I um, what am I trying to say? I got what am I trying to say? I have AirPods Pros, but I got them in 2021. But they seem totally fine. I don't. Is there a way to check the battery health of the AirPods? You skipped 4 generations. There was no iPhone. Oh, weird. And welcome in Satya. Hope you're doing well today. And welcome in Bay. People are too friendly in other countries. You ever coming home and finding someone there claiming it to be theirs now? Someone stole your house? That's not good. More and more, they're making learning a new language less relevant, but still like to be able to speak myself. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I always say, um, I always say that, you don't need to learn a language just to travel. Like, I really don't. I think you should learn a language if you want to, and you think it would be fun, you know? Or if you have a reason to, like if you're moving to a foreign country. Um, iPhone just transfers everything over exactly how I had. It doesn't for mine. It doesn't put it in the folders. It puts all my apps there, but they're not in folders. It was so annoying. Like why doesn't it copy that part? Everyone here speaks English. You don't need to learn Norwegian. Yeah, yeah. But does everyone speak English as well as you? Surely not, right? But like I guess they speak to a passable level. You want a touchscreen with the OG keyboard before the QWERTY stuff? What do you mean QWERTY stuff? Isn't all keyboards QWERTY? You want a different style keyboard? What is the topic? We're talking about phones. We're talking about getting new phones and stuff. If we really think about it, we're still far from not needing to learn a language, even for an English speaker, in the context of constantly interacting with foreign stuff. I mean, it'll be annoying to always have to go through like an app to translate, right? I can hit them with a taco for dog. And I know Zirconian and blow all the Norwegians' minds. That's true. Zirconian is very famous. They'll speak English to more or less Chicano level. Oh, okay, okay. That's passable. Chicano gets by in America. Use Xiaomi. Is that the gaming phone? Like the OG? Oh, the ones with the tactile keyboard. I mean, those were kind of sick. You know, I had my first phone with the keyboard slides out, and it's kind of nice. Um, yeah, that's a fun time. You get by with my English speaking country in your English speaking country just fine. Yeah, yeah. So I'm sure it'll be just fine in Norway then. Everyone sounds fluent. Um, that's just one of the ones with the massive camera ring on the back. Xiaomi phone. Not sure. I always get those like, oh no, that's the gaming phone. I always get like YouTube ads for is like the red magic gaming phone or whatever. That person I had more trouble understanding when I came here was Chicano. For the amount of slang he drops even on DMs, true. I have trouble understanding him too, Rick. You're not alone. Um, Remember sidekicks? They were so sick back in the day. I have no idea what that is. Sidekick? Is that like a pager? Half the back of the phone is camera. What? That's such a big camera. I guess you could take some nice photos with that. I don't even have the 3 camera though. I only have the 2 camera. I was like, bro, I don't speak English well enough. Help me out here. I know, right? Um, yeah, it's I don't know. I don't like getting new technology like super often, but at this point, it's like I don't know. I feel like I may as well. Like I feel like getting a new phone every year is a bit excessive. But maybe every 3 to 5 years. I just don't know what a good time frame is. Because like I feel like my phone still feels fine. I don't have any issues with my phone aside from gaming, right? Like I can no longer run Genshin. Um, but like but everything else works completely fine. There's no issues, right? You only watch streamers with 3 cameras. Oh no, Baron is 2-day-old phone. It's like not that's I can't believe you have a 3-year-old phone. Kimmy says hi, Kimmy. Xiaomi phones too many features. Nothing works really. You just don't know how to use it. Okay, okay. I mean, if there's a lot of features, it's tough. I understand that. I feel like I do everything on my phone, but talk on it. True, true. I mean, I mainly just browse the internet. I use my calendar. I use YouTube. I have like my banking and stuff like that. I open TCG Pocket. I go on Discord. I mean, and it works for that, you know? Buy a new phone or buy a sealed case in, okay, no, that's right, cartridge in box. Earthbound for SNES. Just put on my shelf and look at once in a while. Obviously, Earthbound. Um, complete inbox. Complete inbox? But shouldn't the cartridge be involved in that? You just replaced a 3-year-old phone, but mine is like 3 years old. I can't remember. I recently looked this up and I can't remember now. Um, I think maybe it was your new service agreement. 2022. March of 2022. So mine's 3.5 years old. It looks like. Yeah, new phone. And my mom sent that to me, so I think it's that. Um, like $1 bajillion. Oh no. You love Earthbound. I feel like I have tried playing Earthbound in the past. I didn't get very far, but I'm curious about it because I'm a big Undertale fan, and Undertale is like very very inspired by Earthbound. Isn't Earthbound the game too, where like one of the mother games like isn't in English? I could practice my Japanese. It comes with the strategy guide. Oh yeah, the strategy guide. Yeah, and there used to be like the insert. Like if you open the game, there's like an insert in the side. You believe Earthbound is Mother 3 in Japan. Oh, okay. So they're the same thing. I see. I see. Yeah, because I'm very curious about Earthbound. But I don't know if I can get through it. You know, like I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can play it. Because of you know me and old games. They can be kind of and like random encounters and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can get through it. I remember starting it. I started playing on like an emulator a long time ago. And I got to like a few fights in and I was like, oh, this is so hard. And I remember I was like losing the tutorial for some reason. I think I didn't understand how the game worked. Earthbound is Mother 2 and Mother 3 is for Game Boy Advance in Japan, only not released in NA. Yeah, but they're like fan translations, right? Um He started as the SNES expert. True, true. He's the complete inbox expert. I'll remember it one day. My first instinct was case in box, but it doesn't make sense because I was like, why would there be a case and then a box? That doesn't make any sense. And then I was like, oh, it must be cartridge, but it's not. Um, Parts are difficult, but only Mother 3 hasn't been officially localized in English because of the themes of death and dystopian. I do speak Japanese, so I'm pretty illiterate. But if there's like furigana, like if the kanji has like hiragana on top of it, then I could do it. But if there's too much kanji, I can't read. I'm as lost as you guys. There's a fan translation for Mother 3. I see, I see. I mean, that makes sense, right? I'm sure they put a lot of effort into that. Um, yeah, you think they would release it at this point, you know? I'm not sure. I don't know Japanese. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Um, I'll I'll see. I mean, there's always a translator version if I need that. But yeah, it's I mean, we all know Toby Fox is a big weeb as well. His Japanese might be. I mean, I've only ever seen him write Japanese. Sometimes he tweets in Japanese, but he seems like he knows more kanji than I do, which is actually pretty common for people to study Japanese because they just study, right? Um, I'm not sure if Zelda is hirakana on top of all kanji, but it definitely had on a lot of words. I think it does, yeah. I mean, maybe like really really basic kanji wouldn't, but I think it would be enough for like a the age of a Zelda player to be able to read. Cause like the funny thing is that in Pokemon they have when you pick the language they have a non kanji one. Cause I guess they assume a lot of kids will be playing it. Um, like they assume a lot of kids will be playing it. So there's one where it's like all hiragana, and it's like it's kind of hard to read, but it's kind of cute, and it makes sense. I don't think Zelda has that. Um, they don't think it would be appropriate for Western culture. But like we have some pretty dark games in the West, right? Like I think they can handle it. I don't know. I don't think there's anything that's like, oh, Japanese people. They're like, oh, the Western people can't handle this. That's funny though. I think at this point it's too late. Um, Nintendo hasn't taken any action against the fan translation, that is really nice, yeah. I'm actually like I'm very curious. They're very specific on what to take action against, right? Usually it's like as soon as you start making money, they'll take action against it. But who knows? Can't wait to collect for your 4K and 64. Let's go. It's not fully consistent. They try to be more family friendly in Western culture. That's not necessarily true though. There's some really dark games and like gruesome games, right? Like, and there's a lot of mature rated games with a lot of non-family friendly topics. Um, the projects are made clear they don't want to make more money. I mean, I guess. I mean, at this point, it's been years, right? They made the decision. And speaking specifically about Nintendo. Oh yeah, yeah. Who knows why they do the things they do? I mean, clearly they're doing something right, but I think maybe back then they were like, ah, we don't want that money, but like these days, I think they're being kind of greedy. I mean, they've always been greedy to an extent because they're like a corporation, but like I don't know. These days, I feel like they're quite greedy. I don't really agree with the pricing of the Switch 2 in the games. Like, I don't know how they can, in good faith, charge $120 Canadian for Mario Kart. Like that is a ridiculous price. Like for Mario Kart, like come on. I already thought like base price Nintendo games were already $90 after tax, and then some games were $100, like Tears of the Kingdom, for example. And now there's $120 price tier. That is insane. That's before tax. That's crazy. Or maybe it's after tax. I don't even know. Um, Gaming is dead. I mean, I wouldn't say it's dead, but people are. I think once Nintendo sets that standard of this price game, like once they're like, oh, we can charge we can increase the game price to $90. I think everyone's gonna do it, right? Because they're gonna be like, well, that's the new standard now, right? I don't like that. I don't like that standard because I already thought games are too expensive. Meanwhile, Silk Song 20 USD. True, true. Indie gaming is pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty sure Deltarune will be like what, less than $30 for all 7 chapters. Um, real gamers rise up. Yeah, real gamers. I mean that seems about right for a Hollow Knight Silk Song game, right? Like $30 would have been fine as well. I mean, it's probably gonna be like what, 26 Canadian, like 30, close to $30 Canadian, something like that. That seems about right. Because I'm pretty sure like, I mean, it depends how long the game is, but usually games like that are like $10 to $20. I think that's a great price. It's a great price. According to Angel, the price was leaked by GameSpot. I mean, there's no way the game is gonna be more than like $30 anyway, right? Like it's fine. I don't feel that. Like I don't think they're gonna have like a ridiculous price. We don't need to worry about $120 Silk Song. They probably could charge that and people would still buy it, but like obviously they're not gonna do that. They're not Nintendo, you know? I have my issues. We all know I have my issues with whatever the hell happened with Silk Song after they released the trailer 6 years ago, and how they handled it. But I don't think they're greedy. I really don't think they're greedy. I forget what I paid on Hollow Knight, but I did buy on Switch instead of Steam for some reason. Yeah, I have mine on Switch as well, but I think it was around $20, $120. $100 USD Silk Song Team Cherries know what they got. I mean, they really could. They genuinely could charge that, and people would pay it because people are crazy for Silk Song. But it's I don't think they will. They don't seem like, as much as I have negative things to say about them, I don't think greedy is one of those, you know? Like, yeah, they probably should have communicated more, but I think, you know, they don't really want money like that. I think a lot of indie devs are like that. Like think about Stardew Valley. Like Concerned Ape could have charged for like a lot of the updates could have been paid content. It could have been DLC, and it would have been not greedy to charge for it. Like honestly, I don't think anyone would think like, oh, that's so greedy and like that's so unfair to charge for that. Like I think, you know, like I think that like he could have charged like $10 for like a DLC with all the stuff in it, and people would have happily paid it. You know, they wouldn't have even been mad about it. But he didn't, and yeah, same with like Deltarune, right? Like he could have charged like certain amount of money per chapter, but he didn't do that. He said when the game comes out, you will buy it at that price, and that's the price for the first. That's the price for the first 4 chapters or something like that. And then the price will not go up for the subsequent chapters. They'll just be released. They'll just be added for free, and stuff like that. And I think that's very nice. $80 saved in exchange for no information. Yeah, after losing your mind for 6 years, you can save $80. And while I need to return to focusing on myself while popping in occasionally, Deltarune first came across me in college, and I was happy to see people who bought the first 2 chapters. The rest are free. No, the first 2 chapters were free. And then you pay for chapters 3 and 4 basically. But then yeah, you get everything else included. You don't have to pay extra when 5, 6, and 7 come out. But the first 2 chapters were always free. It was like a demo. Very long demo, actually. It's like a whole game of a demo. Apparently Eric Brown is walking on another Stardew. Really? That guy cannot quit, huh? But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Stardew will never die. Stardew is such a good game. Like, I don't think it will ever die. Final chapter, $1 million. Oh my gosh. That's why I don't like stuff like Poppy Playtime. They were like I think they did something like they charge a certain price for this one of their chapters, and then when they release the next chapter, they're like, oh, it's gonna be the same price, or like it's gonna be included or whatever. And then they increased the price like a lot. It went from like $5 to like 15 or 30, 20. It was like it was like something. It was like a pretty big price increase for the next chapter. And like it's like, oh, you can't. Do you really want to charge that for like each chapter is only like a few hours of content? Like, is that really what you want to charge? I thought that was really greedy. Um, and yeah, the indie devs can be greedy as well, but a lot of them are not, especially the very successful ones. Um, you must remember that's why I've been supporting a lot of indie dev. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. I think a lot of them are very. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like a lot of them just made their game out of their own passion. And that's why a lot of times the indie um that's why a lot of times the indie devs are kind of different, right? Because they make a game because they love it and they don't expect anything of it, right? Like they don't expect it to like they don't expect to become like 100 millionaire, you know? Like they're really not expecting that. So when it does happen, they're like, well, I don't really need more money, you know? Like they're not trying to milk every last dollar out of their fan base. Um, that game has tedious puzzles. You haven't bothered finishing the last one, Poppy Playtime. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of Poppy Playtime because I'm a big fan of FNAF. Um, and so a lot of people were like, "Oh, we're gonna play Poppy Playtime. Like, why haven't you played Poppy Playtime?" I'm not a fan of them. Um, Firstly, because of stuff like the price increase. They also once their chapter like 1 and 2 came out, they had a few hours of no, it was like I'm pretty sure it was like 30 minutes, right? Like the first chapter was like 30 minutes. They immediately released like tons and tons of merch, like loads of merch. And then they're like, oh, we have like a movie deal. And then they started, I mean, obviously, their big controversy was like they made the NFTs. That's never going to go over well. Why would you do that? But yeah, it just seemed very greedy. Because like, they literally had like 30 minutes of content, 30 minutes of game. And then they were like, immediately like, we gotta milk this, And they really did. Indie devs are gonna save us when the AAA studios go down in flames. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many good indie games recently. Like there was Balatro, now there's Silk Song, which I'm assuming is gonna be good. If it's not good, then the internet will go down in flames as well. There was Deltarune this year. Um, was a Stardew Valley update this year? Who knows? Yeah, there's so many good games. There's so many good games. Um, well, also like with Five Nights at Freddy's, that's another example of someone not being greedy. Um, like for example, at some point, Scott Cawthon he released FNAF World, which is like a which is like a FNAF RPG. And he promised a lot of things. He was like, "Oh, the game's gonna have like 3D graphics," but then when it came out, it was like 2D graphics. The game was not good. People paid for it, and the game was not up to what he said the standard would be. The game was not really good, and a lot of people were very disappointed by it. And then literally like a day or two later, he like took the game down, get everyone a refund, and then spent the next few months like making the game like what he said it would be, and then gave it to everyone for free. Like after that, and then like that kind of stuff is like it feels it feels like okay that they have they're not being like he could have just milked that money, right? Because like he really could have, because FNAF is so popular, like people would have bought it anyway. But yeah, it's very ethical. It's good for the consumer. He didn't have to even make it free. He could have sold it again. That would have been perfectly reasonable to give everyone a refund for the first one and then sell it again at the increased, like in the improved version. But no, like it was completely free. Um, this decision makes me sad because you have people who are passionate about their games and care about the players, and you have big corporations and their greed. Like, bro, games for the PS2 used to be around 40. Now there's so little consideration, and these games are often not well optimized or have issues on the. Yeah, that's another thing. Oh my gosh, yeah, paying $80 for unfinished game. Oof, that's really rough as well, and that happens a lot. Stay hydrated, take care of yourself. I will. You too. You too. You take care of yourself. And no worries. I'm glad it could help. And welcome back, Ratsy. What did she just made you have? Oh, we're just talking about the gaming industry. You know how it is. the greedy, the greed of AAA game industries. Let's not even get started on the sports games where they release the same game every year. It's not the same game every year, but like you know they're milking that, you know, like the making everyone buy like you making everyone buy the game year after year. It's like it could have been an update. I don't know. You could release the game every 2 or 3 years. Probably would be the same. I'm not a big fan of yearly releases. Um, yeah. So I mean, and there's a lot of examples of like indie game developers being not greedy, which is good. Um, but yeah, I think yeah, definitely the worst one is like, I mean, I still have so many issues with. I mean, don't get let's not even get started on Game Freak. Like paying $90 for Pokemon Scarlet Violet, like I completely that is completely unacceptable. Like the quality of game they put out for that price, um, and it makes me very upset seeing people defend it. You know, like I'm like it's like sad, like seeing people defend that, and I'm like why? Like you have nothing to like they're not gonna it's not a person like Game Freak is not a person like, they have like a loyalty to, you know, like it's strange, like they should be held to a certain standard. I hate my PC now or console won't be able to run games 5 years from now. New games are just too demanding. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. My computer is almost 5 years old now. Didn't Game Freak reveal they're working on a non-Pokemon game and it looks really good? Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I believe it. And welcome in social. How are you? But yeah, these days I'm like so jaded by Pokemon. Like I still love Pokemon as a franchise and I love the idea of it. I love watching Pokemon videos. I love Pokemon the characters. But like the games, oh my gosh, I cannot. I cannot like I just feel so like put off after Scarlet and Violet. And that's as someone who like only started playing Pokemon a few years before that. You know? Like I only started playing Pokemon like two, no, maybe 3 years before that. So like I was still pretty new to Pokemon and like that's what they gave me. Like I was like, ooh, that is really like think about my Pokemon experience, okay? I played Sword and Shield. I love Sword and Shield, but like is it the most polished game? Not really. Um I think they're I think whatever is I'm not a graphic design person or like an artist or anything like that, but whatever is going on with their like the textures and stuff like that, it like looks really bad. Um and I wish they would it like the world just looks bad. Like it's like and like I watched a video like I watched a video where they kind of explain why it doesn't work. Like for example, like when you make grass textures in games, you should like so if you have like a one patch of grass, like sprite, you should like put it down in like different angles and like different consistencies, right? To make it look like real grass instead of like one grass thing like repeated a bunch of times. Like you know what I mean? But then in Sword and Shield, they didn't even bother to do that. They're just gonna make the same one and just like put it side by side like this. And I'm like, that seems like a really basic thing that they should have done to make the game look better. Like, there's a lot of grass in the game. They should have done that, but they didn't. So it's like stuff like that where it's like, oh, like, and I think that just all adds up and makes the game look unpolished. But it is a fun game. Back day, which means I'd prefer to be lying in bed. Oh my god, yeah, back is brutal, but it's very important. It's very important. Good for your posture. I I like back workouts, but yeah, it can be like the next day you're like your shoulder blades are like dying. Anytime you move your shoulder blades slightly, it's like ow. So I feel that. I feel that. But yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about Pokemon. Yeah, so I play. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is I played Pokemon Sword and Shield, and it's not like the most perfect game, but I had a good time with it. And then I played, and then I played Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and we all know that game is very poorly constructed. I'd say. Um, and weirdly, like, yeah, it's just I didn't love it at its core because of all the random encounters, and like I just thought it was a bit annoying to play. Um, just from the base game that it's based on. Um, and but yeah, I know that game was very buggy and stuff like that. Um, and then after that, I played Legends Arceus, and that game is all I don't know. I feel like they just need to figure out like games can have unreal like games can have like low fidelity graphics and still look good, right? Like for example, like Hollow Knight can probably run on your iPhone 10, but like it still looks good, right? It has a very consistent art style. And I think that's the key, right? Having like a consistency. Um, like it doesn't have to look. I'm not saying like, oh, it's not good unless it looks like ultra realistic, or like unless it's like 4K or whatever. Like I do not care about that. I'm just saying that whatever art style they're going for is not working and it's very inconsistent. Like if you compare the characters to the famous Sword and Shield tree, it's like, do they really? They don't go together. You're a back enjoyer. Me too. Me too. You guys know I'm always working out my lats, not by choice, but by force. But it does help. My shoulders are being less rounded. This one's still a little bit rounded, but it's getting there. Celeste, yeah, exactly, exactly. Like a lot of games look really good. They don't have to be high graphics, right? You can do a lot with the cartoony art style. TFT released in 2007 and honestly still looks great. Exactly, exactly. Like I see what they're going for with the Pokemon games. Their environments are just really ugly. Like right, like Scarlet and Violet, it just looks so barren. Like I mean, Scarlet and Violet's a whole other thing, right? Because they also had like technical issues. Because I think Sword and Shield runs fairly well. Um, and maybe the reason it looks so ugly is that they can't make it run well and add stuff in the map. But I think that's just a skill issue. And that's kind of it's not necessarily their fault. Like they are they went straight from like making DS games, and then now they're like, okay, make an open world game for the Switch. Like they're not really equipped to do that. But yeah, it's obviously like you compare it with something like Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild is not ultra realistic, but it runs well for the most part, and it looks good. Are you a fan of OLED screens? I don't really care. I'm not a fan or not a fan. I'm sure they look great, but I don't really care. I'm not a big tech guy. Even though we've all been talking about tech for the last like couple hours, I don't really care that much. Like if it works, it works. Um, it's more like for the functionality of it. But yeah, I try to get the. I don't feel that strongly like passionate about tech. Is what I mean, which is great because I work in tech. Because like people always are talking about, they're like, oh, did you hear the Apple? Did you watch the Apple convention or whatever? And like they announced a new like Apple chip or whatever. I was like, no, I didn't watch that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I just get a new phone when my phone feels like it's being slow. Like, and it's been a while since I got a new phone. You don't feel that passionate about music? Interesting, interesting. I mean, a thing can be like a job and you can be good at it, but you don't necessarily have to be like passionate about like following all the news. Like you can still be like passionate about being good at it? Like I'm the same with like classical music. I don't feel like I'm not like a huge fan of classical music or anything like that. But I do enjoy playing it, and I think it's satisfying to play it and sing it. Um Your cousin says it's very pricey, but it's worth it for single player gaming because the colors really come out. I mean, fair enough. Fair. I mean, I wouldn't upgrade my current Switch to an OLED Switch, um, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't switch my current Switch to OLED Switch. But if I was gonna get a Switch and there was an OLED available, I probably would get it. Well, I don't really care that much. I'm happy with my current Switch because it has cute colors on it. But yeah, it's like yeah, I don't feel that. I don't really care about the screens. I don't really care much about resolutions and stuff like that. Um, we should order pizza tonight. I don't think so. I think I have some leftover food and stuff like that, so I don't think I'll order pizza. Maybe you should order pizza tonight. How about that? I think you're projecting. I think you're projecting. Guess what? Ooh, you already did. Let's go. Let's go. Um, Domino's 9.99. I don't think they have that here. If it would, it would be like Canadian. No, 9.99 Canadian. Um, New York pan pizza? Damn. Okay, okay. You enjoy it a lot and really like certain aspects of it, but Kimmy example is way more passionate than me. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. If just because you like study something and just because you're good at something doesn't mean you necessarily have to be passionate about it. Like I'm a big believer that like I don't think you have to be passionate about your job. Like you have to be good at your job and you should at least enjoy your job to the point where like you don't hate it. And you should find it like at least mildly enjoyable. And you should enjoy the people you work with. But you don't necessarily have to like live and breathe your work, right? Like I think it's completely fine to just like your job is your job, you know? I think there's nothing wrong with that. Cross the border and order. I'm okay. I'm okay. I still only have Canadian dollars in my pocket, you know? You love your job? That's great. That is great. Yeah, there's something obviously like if you love your job, that's even better. But I'm saying like the thing you love is not always the thing that's gonna be the best job, right? Like um you know, the thing you're passionate about, you might not even want to make it a job, right? Like it might ruin your enjoyment of something to it might ruin your enjoyment to make it into a job, right? Like say you really love singing or something, right? And then like but to sing for a living is very different to sing for fun. Um, Appa Hotels in Tokyo always had Domino's Pizza promos. Like, yeah, bro, came here for Domino's. True, go to Japan, eat Domino's. I mean, some people are like that. They go to Japan, they go to McDonald's, you know? They get cheeseburger at McDonald's. You live at your job? Wait, really? Well, then I guess you gotta love it if you live there. Yeah, but like I think you should choose a job that you're good at, you enjoy, and is a good. I mean, for me personally, okay, this is for me personally. Obviously, everyone have a different opinion, but for me, it's the practicality of it. You know, like you're like basically optimizing for how comfortable the job is, how secure the job is, how much money it makes, how good you are at it, and how successful you could be at it because of your skills um and how much you enjoy it. And you might value different ones, you know, right? I get overwhelmed in new places and need some comfort food, so I definitely get McDonald's in Japan. But what if McDonald's in Japan is different? I mean, it is. It is. I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite. I'm like I need to try all the new food. Um, I'm like I gotta make a list. I'm trying everything. There's not enough time in the day. um, but yeah, I guess that's fair enough if you get overwhelmed. But there's a lot of good food to try in Japan. You got to try some. You just go home and no. I think they have the basic stuff. I think they have the basic stuff still in Japan, but they also have specific Japan stuff like teriyaki burger, maybe. And like tempura burger, maybe. I might be making stuff up. I've never been to McDonald's in Japan. I try new stuff, but not at every meal. I mean, that's totally valid. Yeah, that's totally valid. Um, as long as you're trying new stuff. Because for me, it's like, oh, if someone goes to Japan and just like only eats McDonald's every meal, it's like, oh, you gotta try it at least once, you know? Like I think for me, I don't have any like moral issue with people that are like picky or have like certain food things, as long as they're willing to try at least once. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it, but at least try. Um, Making stuff up, classic Miju. Just I'm always lying. I'm always lying about Japan. Um, yeah, the unhealthy relationship with fast food, and we prefer local cuisine, but it's cool how they have different menus. Yes, yes. But I think food in Japan is just generally healthier as well. Maybe not McDonald's, but you can get a lot of healthier alternatives for sure. Did you try McDonald's deep dish pizza? Is that real? Is that actually real? I know Tim Hortons has pizza now, and I'm like, who wants Tim Hortons pizza? Like that sounds awful, no? Healthy food like ramen. I mean, ramen is pretty good. That was my brother and his friends in Japan. Like my brother went to Japan with his friends for like a week or so. Like he was traveling with his friends, and then we were like, "Whoa, what did you eat?" And he was like, "Oh, sushi and ramen." And I was like, "You were there for like 7 days," and he was like, "Yeah, we alternated sushi and ramen every day." I was like, "Bro, that is the most like that is the most like non-Japanese person's idea of like going to Japan and eating Japanese food, like sushi and ramen." I was like, "Bro, like you're Japanese. You could have told them about other types of food." He's like, "Nah, I like sushi and ramen." I'm like, fair enough. I guess it's good. It is good. Need me a farmer's wrap? Okay. The Tim's pizza goes hard. Does it actually? If you get it fresh, does it actually? I mean, isn't it like pretty cheap, like 12.99 or something? Jack in the Box tacos? Really? I had a tough time with the last sushi I had, some of the pieces at least. What pieces were they? Was it good sushi though? Like if the fish isn't fresh, it's like gross. Whatever lie to you about pizza, that's true. You're a bit too honest about pizza. Um, I've never seen pizza advertised at McDonald's, so because I was there recently to get my Happy Meal toy, my cinema roll. Because you guys know I love cinema roll. Focus. Um, Timmy's pizza does not sound appetizing. You didn't mean to ask the question. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it does not sound appetizing. Because like Tim Hortons food is not good. It's less than $12. Yeah, yeah. I think it was a me problem, but hopefully other restaurants fit better for me. I mean, yeah, I don't know what the, but isn't there a lot of Japanese people in Brazil? So surely, there's some good, but I guess it depends on the quality of the fish. You'd probably eat karaage and oyakodon 95% of the time if I ever visited Japan. I mean, oyakodon's good. I don't blame you. Um, so, fair enough. You can alternate days. Karaage one day, oyakodon the next day. Oyakodon is much healthier than karaage, at least. Have you tried it? I have not tried it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cinema roll. Yeah. Look. It's the orange one. Michelangelo? It has an M on the belt, so I'm guessing that's what it was. I have no idea what it had. The salmon ones were fine. The other ones were disgusting. Oh no. Oh no. I guess. Well, let's take a picture next time, Ricky, so I can judge the sushi. Okay. I have high sushi standards. Um. There's this restaurant here. It's like a chain. It's quite well known. It's called Maze Soba, and I'm like, I went there recently, and I was like, this does not taste like Japanese food. Also, they called it soba, and it's like not soba. It's like noodles, but like it's not in soup. It's just like you put a bunch of toppings on it, but it was like so salty. I was like, there's no way it's Japanese. I was like, I think they just made this up. Like I've never once heard of maze soba in Japan. Like I was like, that's crazy. Um, Yeah, I don't know if it's a real thing. Or if it is, it doesn't, I don't think it tastes like that because it was really non-Japanese tasting. Um, you got me, Juice, you fell for it? Come on. It didn't sound real. McDonald's pizza? Not to mention my skills with chopsticks, they're disgusting. Oh no. You'll learn. It takes practice. Um, yeah, just take your time with it. It's okay if you suck at using chopsticks. If but keep in mind that if you ever go to a restaurant with like Asian waiters, they will ask you if you need a fork. Like if they see a white person about to use chopsticks, they will be like, "Oh, do you want a fork?" Every time. It's not as common here because like here most white people can use chopsticks anyway because sushi there's like a sushi restaurant every block in Vancouver. But yeah, so sometimes you'll get the "Do you want a fork?" um, Watching their boardroom, McDonald's is talking about making pizza. Maybe you need to bring them that idea. You don't need a fork. Proceed to stab your meal like you're using a fork. It's like, I don't need a fork. I already got one. Possibly, possibly. Um, it's I mean, I actually use my chopsticks wrong. So I'm actually not the right person to talk about chopstick usage because like technically, um, I don't have chopsticks. I have like for example, these are my makeup brushes. I go like this. Like, it's hard to use with these, but like you go like I like make them like scissors. You know what I mean? Like this. But you're supposed to go like this. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. You're supposed to like hold one and just keep one still and just move the other one like this. But I use mine like scissors. It's I've used them like that my whole life, and that's just how I do it. Um, I'm 1/16th Japanese. They will think I'm Oh, true, true. You'll look so Japanese. Just put on like Uniqlo dress head to toe in Uniqlo, and they'll be like, "That guy's Japanese." Um, Obviously using them wrong. Those are makeup brushes. I know. I just don't have chopsticks on hand. Okay, but yeah, you're supposed to like do like this and then like hold it like this. But I actually cannot. I don't know if my fingers just don't work like that. I don't know. I think it actually is somewhat common for Japanese people to use chopsticks wrong. Because like my cousin also said she used it wrong until she was like in her teens, cause and then her friends made fun of her for using them wrong, so she learned the correct way. So I guess there's still hope for me to learn the correct way. I just have not gotten around to it. Oh, I will one day. I will one day. My mom has tried to teach me a couple times, but she always gives up because I'm like, I guess I'm a lost cause. I keep trying to do it, and I'm like, and then my fingers are all like clawed up, and she's like, that doesn't seem right. Literally bullied into using them. I know she was, but no one bullied me into using them right yet. So if someone calls me out on it, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm from Canada," and they'll be like, "Wow, you're so good at using chopsticks for Canadian." I'll just pull the Canadian card. It works every time. If I ever, it's like I'll go immediately from being weird for not being able to use chopsticks to be like, "Wow, that's so cool! Like you can use chopsticks even though you're Canadian." Like, it'll work. It'll work. It's one day I'll learn how to use the chopsticks correctly. I guess I should, cause like what if I have children and I have to like teach them how to use chopsticks? I'm not gonna be able to teach them. I guess my mom can teach them. But yeah, it works totally fine until you have to pick up like some small things. Like some things you cannot pick up, or you go to a Korean restaurant and they give you those metal chopsticks that aren't rounded. They're like, the some chopsticks are like square shaped and they have like square edges. I cannot use those with my bad chopsticks skill because like you can't slide them properly, right? So yeah, in those situations, I can't. Watch me to eat oatmeal using chopsticks to flex. True, true. Okay, okay. Take care, Angel. Um, ChatGPT told me bullying is not the best way for people to learn. I mean, it can work. It can work. It worked for my cousin, clearly. It's bullying into getting the motivation to learn. You know what I mean? It's like you didn't have a reason to learn, but then people made fun of you, so then now you have to learn. I've seen videos of people from different Asian countries and their skill with chopsticks is insane. Yeah, different countries use different types of chopsticks. Because in Japan they're almost always wooden and they're always round. The shape, like if you look at it from the end, it's always round, right? But sometimes in Korea they always use almost always use metal chopsticks. Um, and sometimes they're square shaped, like they're like rectangularly shaped, and I cannot use those ones because of my bad technique. Um, so yeah, it's sometimes embarrassing at Korean restaurants where I'm like, sometimes embarrassing at Korean restaurants where if they give me the square ones, I'm like, oh, do you have circular ones? Or like I look around at the table to see if anyone has the other ones. I'm like, oh no, I can't do it. Um, Chinese are really long. Yeah, yeah, I think they can be longer. And Koreans are, yeah, the metal chopsticks, exactly. And welcome in, Jovencito. Thanks for the bit. Show us your chopstick technique. Fine. You get my chopstick. They're different makeup brushes now. I use it like this. Like this. It works, okay? It works like for most of the time. Um, the way you pronounce, how do I pronounce that? If it's a wrong, I assume the J was like, you know, not a J, like Jose. Jovencito. It was fine, but you're laughing, so clearly it's not fine. You're holding those like drumsticks. Are you starting a band? I'm the drummer. Um, it's good. You're Spanish. See, I got approval. But didn't expect that word with the accent. Oh, like you thought I would say Jovencito, like that? Forks are traditional in Japan. They aren't. Um, the J needs to be more hard, but for a foreigner, very good. Wait, how hard? Like, uh, isn't it still an H sound? I'm like, I'm trying to understand. It's not a common word for a non-native to learn. Oh, what does it mean? What does it mean? I'm gonna learn more words. Miju es cubana. Now I can say more words and I'm Cuban and also my wife drinks hot water. Young guy. Oh, young guy. So I can call people that. I could be like, Ricky, my jovencito, you know? But like, it's different than like, cause like, sorry. Ricky gets a kick out of this. Um, I can say that. Okay, okay. But it's different than like mijo, right? Cause mijo is like son? Or it means like when you call someone like a son, like they're really young. Something a grandma would say. Not someone like 1 year younger than you. Um, mijo, my son or my god. Okay, okay, okay. I see. Okay. I'll remember this. Um, I didn't know it spelled like that. I didn't know it spelled like that. I'm learning. I'm learning. I can only say one thing in Spanish. It is mi esposa bebe agua caliente. It's a totally normal sentence that I'm sure will come up one day. It'll come up one day. Wait, how do I say my dog is Cuban? I guess Luca Luca es cubano. But how do I say my dog? Your wife drinks hot water? Yeah, she does. Very normal. Very normal. But like, how do I say my dog? I want to say my dog because people might not know who Luca is. I just want to be clear to people, you know? Because my dog is Cuban. He has Cuban heritage. Me and mine. That sounds not right. Mi perro, my dog. Okay, okay. Jovencito will teach you today. Okay. Depends if the dog is boy or girl. My dog is a boy. So mi perro es cubano. Oh, guys, I'm so good at Spanish now. I can say so many things. Gotta roll your R. I need to. I need to go to Ricky's rolling R class. Today you're a teacher. You are. You are. I have a new Spanish teacher apparently. um, different regions have different terms. You learned Latin American and Spanish through junior high and high school. Ooh, cool. Yeah, I didn't learn Spanish in high school. Um, you gotta roll the R's to farm XP. I know. But I can't roll my R's. And Ricky said he would teach me. Ricky said he would host a class. Because a lot of us cannot even roll our R's. And some of us are Hispanic. Not me. But some of us are Hispanic and can't roll R's. So we all gotta attend this class. Mine equals mine in German. I know that. Chen equals dog in French. I see. I see. But yeah, it's I know cat is gato, right? But I don't I didn't know dog. Um, you got a Bluetooth charger for your phone. Nice. Enjoy that, monkey. Charge your phone lots. Your hometown dialect uses a rolling R. So you can roll your R's too. Not fair. I thought you were Cuban. Yeah, I'm a Cuban. I wish I could still do it. You've lost the skill? That can happen? Damn. Just make sure you're Spanish from Spain. So my Spanish is a Spain Spanish. Oh, but I'm Cuban. I'm supposed to be Cuban. I have to learn the Cuban Spanish. Well, I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. I guess a lot of things will be the same, you know? Say "eriru" and try to release air from the first L. "Eriru." Oh, that was almost close, wasn't it? I heard it coming along. I'll practice. I'll practice. "Eriru." "Eriru." I'll get there. I'll get there. That's actually good. That's actually good. You related it to my Japanese. Now you can sort of hold. This is your arc, Ricky. You're gonna move to Japan. You're gonna teach Japanese people to speak Spanish. That could be a movie. Um, Here we call it the right Spanish, right? I think a lot of I actually have a lot of Spanish speakers in chat or like Spanish or like people whose family speak Spanish, but I think a lot of people are Mexican or Latin American. We don't have a lot of Spain Spanish speakers. Meet you at 3 a.m. tonight. True. Remember to release air at the same time. You do it and don't stop. Try to just breathe out. Okay, I'll practice. I'll practice. You're a devil. Try to say Pero Ferokarir. No, that sounds so. I sound just Japanese. I don't know how to say it when there's a consonant at the end. That's me. It is mean. It is mean. How can I possibly say that? I just sound Japanese. That was good? Really? I swear I sound Japanese. Like I swear I'm being like Ferokarir. um you got a game controller for your phone. Oh, I see, I see. I thought you meant a charger. I see. Okay, okay, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Search in the translator, the pronunciation. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine, fine. But I need to learn how to roll my R's first. It's literally part of a tongue twister to master the rolled R's. Oh, I see. Do you roll the last? Do you roll the last? You roll like all the R sounds then? That's tough. That's tough. I don't think I can do that. Oh, I'll have to practice the iterative first, and then maybe it will get me there. What the hell did I do with What did you do? Oh, twong, twong, a twong twister. I guess you got confused with the twa and twister. Um, twice banger. True. This is a good one. This is a good one. Um, Ricky out here, like here, with your English. Nice. Okay, I will take my homework to heart, and I will master the editor, and then I will master the whatever Jovencito said. Okay. That's like level 3 though. Like I'm at like level 0 of rolling R's. I think that's like an advanced level. Teach me some random word of Japanese. A popular one is a fun one is tekito. It means to do something kind of like half-heartedly. It's like good enough, you know? Like if you do something tekito, it's like you do it kind of like without thought, without care, you know? Um, so that's a good one. It's a good one. I don't think there's a really equivalent in English. I like words that don't have an equivalent. um, I don't think there's any loan words from Spanish because Japan has a lot of loan words from English, but I don't know if they have any loan words from Spanish, and they have a lot of loan words from German. New word to your vocabulary. There you go. There you go. And I learned some new words too. I learned how to say my dog is Cuban, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I gotta go eat lunch now. I'm kind of hungry. So I will leave stream here for today. I'll come back a fluent Spanish speaker next stream. Okay. But yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. If you want more yapping, I'll be streaming again next weekend at Saturday, Sunday as usual, 9 a.m. Pacific. If you want to watch some Genshin, I'll be streaming Genshin this Wednesday. Mi micro está to guapo, Ilio. My mic is so good, bro. Wow. I can speak I can say bro in Spanish. Enjoy your meal. Thank you, thank you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your long weekend if you have one. But other than that, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for stopping by and take care. Bye.